Well, I'm not listening from the restream, so I wouldn't be able to tell. Anyway, we're off! Out the gate.
Hopefully
Tech issues or not, this race is still going on, so we can't really stop that.
Yeah, it seems like they can hear us at least. They reacted to what I said, so.
Dude, these two are like mirror images of each other right now, except in color. Jeez. Like, I was going into this thinking Bonooru would have the execution edge, and I'm like, maybe they're a lot closer than we thought.
Yeah, it's...
Oh.
Well, I can hear
it's not the mini Goron sword in that chest, but it's the rather big one instead.
I mean, it is a sword chest, so...
Yep. Always nice to have right off the bat. And right as I say, they're even in execution, Oxyga is a little bit behind there. Thankfully, Rando is not all execution, it's routing and lock as well, a little bit.
Yeah, I would be in a really bad shape if execution was the only thing that mattered. But so far, it doesn't look like anything in Mido's house.
Bottom left chest comes through with a nut upgrade, though. That's helpful.
Means you have to buy one less Deku stick if you want to farm nuts.
Yep.
And it's a little convenient later.
And as expected, with pretty much nothing in any of those chests, they both go straight out to the field. We'll see who wants to go straight market, who wants to go South Hyrule, anyone want to go straight Child Cac, but they were opting for South Hyrule. And Oxygen's going to be right behind them.
Yep. So yeah, both of these runners are in the second round of the tournament now. They both won their first round. So whoever loses this isn't out yet. They still have the lower bracket.
Winner bracket does gotta feel good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, both of the runners French today, so...
Yep.
Whoever wins, France wins. But at the same time, whoever loses, France loses.
We have a lot of French people in this tournament, too. It's like 9, if I remember correctly. Most of them still in. Not a lot of people have actually been knocked out of the tournament yet. We haven't had a huge amount of round 1 losers bracket matches so far. Water Temple Baron, always good to see.
Oh yeah, that's a very nice Baron hint.
Ooh, that's a nice pickup.
Was that a regular Poe or a big Poe?
That was definitely a big Poe right there. It's a little dim though for some reason. Wonder if it's just VC, but yeah, that's a big Poe.
It's nice. Doesn't mean you can't use the bottle till you turn it in, but...
True.
It does give you a check.
It is the only bottle content besides Rudo's letter to actually be in Logic if you find it.
Yep, because you can't empty it, so you can't lose it. You can get blue fire in a bottle, but that's not in Logic, because you can just waste it if you want.
Yeah, the Logic is built to assume you are entirely an idiot through and through, and it will assume you waste the blue fire. Cannot be done with the big Poe.
Yeah, the Logic's like, I don't care if you're a dumb child that wants to make this game as hard as possible. I will work.
Yep. Don't need a Epona, don't need another bottle, don't need a bow to get the big Poe check, just hand it in. Always nice. Yep. Maybe a good reason to go adult, just one other early sphere check to get out of the way.
Yeah, if you're about even on them, like there's one more thing you can do, and you have that bottle available later.
Yep. Good for skulls if you want to just empty it and then come back child. But we don't have any idea on what the skull layout's going to look like just yet. Vanilla Heart Piece, Oxygen opts to pick it up.
Does not lose his chicken.
Nope.
If it's an item I don't need, I always leave it there. I'm like, I want my chicken to be safe and sound.
It's pretty easy to hold onto the chicken as long as that's not nice trap right
that's
there.
bomb shoes up there.
Always really helpful. They'll both end up getting that. See in a minute just how many bomb shoes that is.
Yeah, it's a big difference depending on how many bomb shoes you get. 5 means you have to be really careful and ration them. A 10 is okay.
Jabu Way of the Hero. Ooh, boy. So a couple of nice dungeon hints early.
Yeah, so the it is 10 bomb trees, okay. So that's not too bad.
It's a good enough amount to work with.
Yeah, you might end up save scumming some, but you might not.
They also probably wish they had that before they did the whole South Hyrule route so they could get the other 2 grottos on the way, but yeah. They can always come back later.
Also of note, the runners did start with the water medallion. Ooh, Haunted Wasteland Way of the Hero. That's, There's a Skulltula and there's a chest, and I'm not sure if that Skulltula can actually be Way of the Hero.
It can't. But that's... oh, wow. Yeah, usually if you see that in the hint pool, it's because it's... what was that?
Is that a
Iron Boots? Looks like Iron Boots to me. We'll get a second look at it when Oxyga looks, but it looks like boots. I thought for a second it was a slingshot upgrade, but they don't even have the slingshot itself.
It looked baggish, but I could have been...
Yeah, if you don't yet have a slingshot, it actually does look like a slingshot instead of a bullet bag.
See, interestingly, Bonooru decides to go not do the stones while Oxyga is doing the roundabout way.
Yeah, bigger undead, just the 5-pack of chews there. Yeah, the other Lake Hylia stones really just seem based on preference. If you want to arrive at Hyrule Market with a little bit of time of day to spare, maybe go early adult, you skip these stones. But if you want to arrive there like right at sunset just to do ZL, you can get them and you have about really good time of day.
Yeah, but it's also really risky if you don't know what you're doing. You can easily get there too late, and that's really bad.
Not turn on Minuet. Good pickup. I'm not going to see that locked behind all dungeons. It's always nice to see. You're turning right out of the fishing does opt to skip the other hints. So I'll be getting to market with a lot of time to spare. We'll see what he does after that. But yeah, that Nocturne locked by Asarias or Minuet. Either one can get that song check in the lot.
Yeah, and of course the runners themselves don't need those to actually get them. You can always just jump over Mido.
Mido skip is definitely something that most runners learn early in their rando days. It's the song check alone is way too valuable not to try to go for, especially if you have a convenient access to it.
Especially since it gets rid of a logical all dungeons that happens a lot.
Yep. If you can shortcut through either the top of the river or Goron City to Lost Woods, it's a pretty easy thing to pick up. You're gonna go get Boulder Destiny.
This might be why he didn't do those other stones, thinking about it. Wanted to
Well,
have
they
enough
didn't.
time over here.
Yeah.
He had the bomb trees at that time, because he got those from the waterfall.
Yeah. I thought you meant for a second the other grottos, not the hint stones. Just a heartbeat from the boulder.
I meant hint stones, yeah. I might have said grottos.
No, you said stones. I just... You know. And grottos tend to be blocked by stones, to be fair. Some of them, anyway. Well, money farming, gonna see what's in the market. Oxyga is a little behind Bonooru now, but we'll have a more... slightly better time of day coming to market.
Yeah,
assuming he
also
gets there in time. He has messed up his movement some, so he might be cutting it kind of... Yeah, it's already sunset. He's probably not going to make this. I'd be willing to bet he's not going to make this. He's already trying to think of what else to do. Save more for me back to Cookery Forest. Not the worst choice. He has some extra money now. Does he?
I don't think they picked up any money.
Yeah. Decatry could be a good way to reset your time of day here, but yeah, he has 5 rupees. If he wants to do that, he's gonna have to farm or find something else to do. So he wants Hylian shield.
Never buy a shield. Get it for cheap from a shooting gallery.
I'm a little concerned about Oxyga now.
He's just
I really want to. I'm curious to see how he handles this. Duplicate
go into this house.
Sacred Forest Meta Way of the Hero. Jabu Duplicate Way of the Hero. 40 Skulls dead. good indication Shadow Temple's required with that Sacred Forest meta way of the hero hint. Yeah, Oxxyga, I think by now is just committed to farming money for Deku Tree. It's a little slow just doing the 6 rupees in here though.
Yeah, but Rob Dog would be proud.
Yeah.
It's not quite DQ first, but...
Nocturne could be way of the hero, but we also don't know what song is on Saria yet. We probably won't find out for a while here. Neither of these winners are...
Jabu, Shadow, Water... Something.
So the last one's Fire Temple. I didn't catch the Shadow Medallion. Yeah, so Way of the Hero, Jabu, potentially Way of the Hero, Shadow. Baron Medallion Water is nice to see. Oh, Spirit was the other one I didn't catch. You're saving before he leaves market? Not sure what the purpose of that is, but okay.
Whoa!
Oh, hello. That's a good pickup.
So Big Pose give you the hammer. That was a potentially required bottle.
Yeah, the opening Grotto South Hyrule route's gonna work out for both of them when, or especially when Oxygen goes adult.
This especially makes the early adult feel a lot better because now you can do a bunch of hammer grottos.
There's a duplicate for Haunted Wasteland. No, the Haunted Wasteland cannot show up more than twice on hint stones because there is only one check there. It cannot be double Way of the Hero. But yeah, there was a Big Poe in the bottle, so they were able to hand in that check really early. Oxygen will do the same thing when he goes adult, assuming he remembers.
Now you can turn in use the hammer to get in here.
Yeah, the hammer is gonna do a lot of good early game. Goron Pot is an ice trap. That thing that no one ever wants to do without a bomb back. And even though he got a free shield, he already has money to buy another one. Yeah, Big Poe helping out with that big fat $50.
Yeah, you just get that on top of the hammer.
What? Oh, hey, hookshot. Yeah, one thing I've started doing is like, as part of the early adult routes, when you pass by the bazaar there in Kakariko, especially if you already have a lot of money and like you don't need to buy a shield, it's a really good time to stock up on sticks because like there's a good chance you're going to find a lot of money in Kakariko. Right outside this grotto that Bonooru is at, there's a guaranteed red rupee in the box. There's also another guaranteed red rupee in Dompe's race, so you can pick up a quick 40, and even if you spend all your money on sticks, you still have a lot to spare. But yeah, Deku first, having to come back like this isn't going to hurt Oxygen too much. In fact, it might actually help him with that hook shot. If that gets him anything as adult, it's going to work out really well for him.
Yeah, I don't know how much hookshot opens up on its own, but with the hammer, you can get into Fire Temple then, I believe.
Yep.
Wait, no, you can't get there quite.
With the bomb shoes, they can stop Link the Garon, but yeah, it'll be out of logic. Scale.
Scale. That's nice.
Yeah, that's domain access, which is really nice to see with that Jabba Way of the Hero.
It's also really convenient.
Sick
Ooh, a
upgrade.
Deku stick upgrade. Oh man, this early adult feels nice.
Yeah. Extra bottle for bugs, sticks, nuts. Really the only thing they didn't get for free for the Deku Tree was a shield, and Oxygen had to farm that money up.
And that was Prelude on the windmill, I believe?
Yeah, Prelude.
So yeah, lots of convenience as adults. Not as much progression other than the hammer, but the Silver Scale could be progression, but it's a lot of convenience.
Convenience on its own is enough to speed a seed up pretty nicely.
Yeah, like I really like the scale as a convenience item too. Lets you do your child checks much easier.
Yeah, it's a shortcut in a couple of places. Gold rupee in that box up there. Maybe a good pickup later if they're passing through the area. I think that was a sneeze. I couldn't tell.
It was a
Bless
sneeze. Surprisingly, only one. I usually sneeze in multiples.
Yeah, Decatry is going to be a vanilla Kokiri Emerald. Same goes for Todongo's Cavern and the Goron Ruby. Really, Forest is the only... I can see this turning into all dungeons.
This is one of the worst stone layouts possible, actually.
Are you sure? Because, like, if you actually need all dungeons, then it's very convenient.
Terrible.
Then again, it can actually turn into an all dungeons bait really quickly, too, if you don't need it. Yeah, and
so
no matter...
The worst in terms of, like, time, I feel, but it's good in that it probably, like, won't make you... It won't trick you into skipping stuff you want to do.
The thing with... Everyone does early Deku, and obviously the only... Is he trying to get sticks with bomb shoes? Oh, no. Yeah, you can't kill the standing up Babas like that with anything but a slash of some kind, like a boomerang, a stick, a sword. Really not the most convenient.
Yeah, Oxyga's gonna have to do jump slash strats on Goma, so no way to get a one cycle. Only one stick.
He does have more than enough Deku nuts though, so he has some wiggle room. It's just not gonna be all that fast. During the boss fight now, Bonooru making his way through his second Dompe raid. Dull Cat really hasn't given anything substantial besides that scale though.
Yeah, scale, stick upgrade.
He'll...
Oxyga does try for a one cycle. I don't think you can do it with jump slashes though.
Yeah, no, you can't. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, if you don't have a spare stick on that button when you have broken stick, it doesn't let you power crouch stab. Like, you have to jump slash, or I don't even think normal slashing is an option. It has to be a jump slash. It's the only way you can attack.
Yeah. Also, Bonooru picking up a gold rupee and just throwing it on the ground. I don't need this at all.
Can't hold it. Let's get the 2 cycle though. Very nice. Glad it wasn't a 3 cycle. I'm wondering how hard Bonooru is going to take the all dungeons bait too. No matter what, all 3 of these dungeons pretty much always end up in logic, which is why I'm thinking, like, it's a huge bait to take. Like, you're gonna do Deku every seed, you're gonna do Dodongo every seed,
Some people skip Dodongo every once in a while.
It's really rare, though.
Yeah.
In this case, you have Hammer, you can do most of it really easily.
Well, you can get in logic. You could do a bomb choose to slip in.
Yeah. Really, the first 2 checks of DC are all that's in logic, though. Beyond that, you have to have a bow, strings, bomb bag, something to open the staircase with. And beyond that,
well, nothing's in logic right now. Can you hammer the front door?
Yeah, you can. Oh, hey, a bow.
That's
well, now you can logically get up the stairs. But yeah, hammer works pretty... But it'll cover most of DC on its own. Also, yeah, like I was saying, that's Forest Temple access. Out of logic, we don't have
Forest.
Yeah. But again, like,
Stone Forest is the worst stone dungeon.
Bow, strength, and hookshot are guaranteed in just about every stage, though. Like, again, you're gonna see that temple eventually in logic. The only question is where are the songs to get you access to it in logic. Because if we see we go for a long time without Saria or Minuet, then maybe we see runners putting it off. But right now, it's tempting. It's gonna be more tempting for Oxygen
Ocarina of Time teaches Minuet, so nothing there. No, that's good.
I know, but like logically, it's not what you want to see if you need all dungeons. I mean, we know we don't need it for the song now, but still.
It might logically be required for the song.
No, because you would have to have like Saria in this case locks all dungeons. You don't need Minuet.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, I got mixed up. I was thinking too much about the Nocturne and not about the Forest Temple.
Yeah. So Saria's song has to be somewhere. I just don't know where yet. The only song we've seen so far is Prelude on the Windmill. Oxyga, with the hookshot, I wouldn't be surprised if he goes adult now. His time of day isn't the worst just to go ahead and do ZL right now.
I think you go adult, because when you leave Deku Tree, it's kind of noon, and there's still a little bit of daylight.
It's not much. It really isn't much daylight. Like, if you pop out towards the castle just to get the egg, it's already sunset. But yeah, it's confirmed not all dungeons for the song. We could still need stuff in all three stone dungeons. Like, we already know Deku Tree has a hookshot. That's one thing right there. Again, that...
Ooh, a gold scale for Bonooru.
Okay.
That's something. So that's logical access to a couple more checks. I think if that was the iron boots in the water, they could have gotten those anyway, but...
Oh, I didn't catch what that was. Was that 30 skulls?
30, yeah, 30 skulls dead. It was just some bomb chews.
But yeah, Tech Grotto, diving in the lab, both now on logic. Got that hammer to open the grotto and the skill to dive into it. The iron boots will just be a convenience on the way to Jabu, so like... Already you're probably kind of hoping for Ruto's letter by this point. Also, the iron boots aren't going to do much on their own either. Like, we already know that Water Temple's barren, so you're not going to go in there looking for items.
Oxyga does look like he's going to stay child, doing Richard right now.
Yeah, at the very least, get ZL before going adult. And magic, you know. That works too. Is that a guaranteed blue
River
rupee?
is barren.
Is that a guaranteed blue rupee in that box?
In Castletown?
Yeah, in the Richard house.
Oh, maybe. I know there's at least a blue rupee in one of the crates around here.
Yeah, it's that red one right by the entrance to the, Oh, River's barren. Did we just see that hint somewhere?
Yeah, Zora's River Baron. Oxyga just found that. I think it was Oxyga, or it might have been Bonooru. Second Sacred Forest Meadow Way of the Hero hint.
So, Solid Storm's not needed for the river, or really anything. Yeah, it's a potentially good place to go early when you go Adult 1 right off the bat, but sad to see Baron this early. So it's River and Water Temple Baron, Sacred Forest Meadow, Jabu, Hopefully the Hero. What else is there? I should really start writing down hints when I commentate.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I have all the hints written down. So Jabu, Haunted Wasteland, and Sacred Forest Meadow are Way of the Hero. Water Temple and Zora's River are barren. 30, 40 skulls are both dead. Bigoron is dead. Minuet on OOT. Couple random
love theirs. That's not going to be Way of the Hero at all.
Yeah, I don't think there's any Way of the Heroes for that in... if it's not, like, quad damage or anything.
Oh, no. Which, yeah, that's the... Oh, I think it's one hit KO, not quad damage, but, yeah.
Ooh,
Serious song on Requiem. So now you gotta wonder where Requiem is. Or Epona's song plus either Hubbard's or Longshot. But yeah, that'll lock Forest Temple and access to Nocturne right here.
And Nocturne, a convenient song.
Always good to have early when you know Shadow's going to be required.
Yeah.
Especially with
also
Shadow.
with Prelude and Nocturne, you can do the easiest Skull Mask.
Yep. Those two, maybe plus Sun Song if you really need time of day help.
Yeah, no warp songs yet though. No warp chaining songs. I mean, like you obviously have 2 warp songs, but.
Requiem was just on Impa right there, so Oxyga has it. not turn is marked on the tracker, but trust me, that's Requiem.
Oh.
Chabu. Man, this is an interesting seed we're looking at here. It's not like anything super trolly yet. Really the... Really the only song we're still looking for would be ZL.
Yeah, we definitely need ZL for this seed. Shadow is a medallion.
Tons of items still missing. The mirror shield, no strength upgrade. No long shot, no hover boots, no dins, no light arrows. Yeah, the hammer and hookshot though, really good items to have early for convenience.
And Oxxyga has not forgotten about his big toe. He is going to be picking that up. I'm a little surprised that Oxxyga isn't doing like the 3-song route if he already did ZL.
I mean, that doesn't surprise me. He kind of feels behind now. Probably. Like, assuming that Bonooru... Like, he would probably expect Bonooru to go adult. Where are you going? He just realized he forgot the Richard check, which is going to be nice because it has his magic.
Yeah, that is an important check.
Yeah, that's a bad muscle memory to have there. If you just come straight out of the Temple of Time and go straight to ZL, but forget about Richard. But he remembered. Look at his magic. Always helpful. He can use that Neighbor's Love he just picked up, but I don't really expect him to touch it.
Yeah, he has no need for that, I'm sure.
Oxygen gets to check Boulder Destiny without using a bomb shoe. Got that very handy hammer.
Yeah, the hammer has let the runners save a lot of chews.
Interesting that both the scales were back to back the way they were. Like one was in CAC and the other, I forget which chest it was, but it wasn't very long before
it was
Bonooru
Lost
found it.
Grotto, I think.
DMC Grotto. Wait.
Oh yeah, it was the Death Mountain crater, like upper. That's where it was.
You need Song of Storms for that. Nah, that's the Goron City, Lost Woods Grotto. Probably that one. Whatever. Bonooru coming up here.
It was in the crater.
It was somewhere. He got it quickly.
Oxygen doing that swaggy walk backwards with the camera looking the other way, so you can actually see.
Oh, crater. I thought you said trail for some reason.
No one has been to the Dongos yet, though.
I'm a little surprised Bonooru didn't at least dip into the Dongos, especially after that bow there. But yeah, no explosives yet. I don't know. Those two items right there tell me that something might be in DC. Especially that conveniently early.
Well, you know it's not a medallion dungeon. And you can't complete it. So you might just be like, I'll come back later. Like,
I'm just thinking of
I still have a lot of things to do.
The thing is, the bow on its own doesn't open a whole lot logically. Like, paired with the hammer, that would point towards DC. It opens up Link the Goron, it's adult shooting gallery, but other than that, it's not much.
I'm not sure if it's technically in logic to use the bow to climb up that ladder, but either way, like, you still have all your child stuff. You still have like checks like up to Lost Woods and stuff.
I
So
want to say it is in logic to open that staircase, but I could be wrong. There's probably someone in chat who knows the logic better than I do. Oh, it's a trick now. Okay. Alright, never mind.
It's weird because it's so easy.
More bomb shoes. Always nice to see. That's another 10-pack by the looks of it.
Yep. Talon hoarding explosives and handing them to small children.
Alright, so
He is really irresponsible.
It's not like we don't see other very younglings handling explosives all the time in various timelines.
You know what? I'm gonna like to imagine that he confiscated them from Malin. And is trying to get them out of there because Malin just likes explosives too much.
Vanilla Pona's song. First vanilla song of the day. At this point, I'm kind of just expecting Sari to have ZL. Like, it's one of the last early song checks we have, still have access to, but haven't seen.
Could be on Ice Cavern.
No. Could be on Bolero,
it can't be
actually.
an Ice. Yeah, actually, the hover boots trick isn't in Logic, is it?
Yeah, it's gonna be on Sari or Bolero at this point.
Yeah.
It can't be on Burning Cack, it can't be on Prelude, because it would lock itself in that case. Oh, really? It's just those two. Anyway. There's save warp out at the back of the ranch. We're gonna see what is on Sarius soon.
Yeah, we'll probably see Deku Tree first, though.
Yeah, if Sari doesn't have it, it's gonna be on Bolero. It kind of has to be at this point. We know Sari is on Requiem, but no one's picked it up yet, even though they both have Requiem.
You know, I'm a little surprised Bonooru doesn't just play Requiem. So I think if you get... Wait, no, he doesn't have Slingshot, though. Or Boomerang, so he can't actually get it very far.
Requiem, actually, now that I think about it, it does reset your time of day a little bit, and it can set it close to sunset. It's almost something you might want to use if you want to do Child Cack in that case. You have both it and Nocturne.
Is Bonooru making the skip Deku Tree play?
It's not going to work out for him all that well. He's going to have to come back for that hook shot. Guess he wants the song. Sacred Forest Meadow is way of the hero, though. So, like, you know something. It might just be Nocturne, but at this case, it's 50-50 ZL. He doesn't know that, but it is. Or
so 50 Skulls is also dead.
Very nice. 20 Skull Max Seed we got going here.
So yeah, none of the fancy things. The only difficult check is Skull Mask left. I don't remember if there's actually a hint for that.
Yeah, there's not a forced hint for it, but it can show up. It's strangely rare that it shows up, too. Like, usually you're going to see a hint for, like, one of the Water Temple checks, or one of the Fire Temple checks or something. Skull Mask is... I don't know why it's so rare to show up as its own hint. We got a Sarius song on the memory game. Yeah, a little warped Sarius song going on here.
Down, right, left, right.
Yeah, Sacred Forest Meadow is just two songs in the grotto. We know the grotto is Nehru's Love, which means nothing. Oh
down,
my
right, left, right, down. I like it.
The symmetrical memory game is always
a little hill.
See.
It's a hill. Just a piece of heart.
I always like it when the memory game like symmetrically draws an M or a W or something like that. But yeah, that looks interesting too. It's like not quite O's to Order. It's like Sarius song into Song of Healing, which I mean they're just themselves backwards. Also, might not need more than 20 skulls, but he is on his way a little bit faster than Bonooru is to that hook shot.
Yeah, just a bloopy on top of what's it called? Dodongo's Cavern.
Yep. Even Oxyga still not dipping into that DC like Bonooru skipped out on. I was half expecting Bonooru to get knocked out of the air there. One of my favorite tricks in going through this area is like you backflip with your shield. So like mid-air you reflect the Deku Nut back at that scrub. Ooh.
Song of Storms.
That puts ZL in the crater. So Oxyga will be running into that very soon.
That also opens up something else a little bit.
We're now going to get his serious song. So yeah, Way of the Hero Sacred Forest Meadow. We know Nocturne is required, but that could also mean something else is the storm's locked somewhere.
So let's see the hint down here. The Wasteland is Serious song. Wow.
Nice.
What a useful hint.
Was that? I couldn't catch what that was. Is that Pharaoh's Wind?
I'm not sure.
He looked at that real fast.
Yeah, it was just like boom boom, got it.
There's that serious song. Yeah, I couldn't make it out. It was way too fast.
Would have been nice to have Serious song a little earlier. Could have used it.
And he's gonna go ahead and dip Child Spirit. He has bomb shoes, he has sticks. He does not have a shield. At least a Deku shield anyway, to crouch stab with. I kind of imagine he's just gonna get the first 2 checks here and then leave. I mean, I don't know.
I think you do everything that you can.
He has a 6 though, so it's nice to see. He's getting real
bodied.
close to death though. Gets a free stick off of whacking that torch too. That's nice.
Yeah. Get the heart, Don't die.
Very.
Oh.
You can actually light a broken stick too, which I'm surprised he didn't go for. You kind of had to like jump slash the torch, but would have saved a stick there.
Well, it doesn't actually. You can keep the stick alive.
I mean, eventually it burns out, but like he pulled out
Just
another
put it away.
one after the broken stick.
I mean, he
and
could
let
have put it burn.
Bad stick management, man. I mean, he's probably going to go back to Deku soon anyway and just buy more, but still.
I mean, he does have 12 sticks. That's good enough.
Just a heart piece on the first chest. Another stick gone.
Rip sticks.
Oh my goodness, the stick massacre here.
Oh, and Oxyga does pick up his ZL on Bolero.
As expected. Ooh, key locked out of Child Spirit. Okay. He's gonna warp out and I assume save warp back to the forest? I'm a little confused here because, like, sometimes maybe someone knows the answer to this. Sometimes when you come out to learn the song on Requiem, it's like either right at the start of the day or right before sunset, and I don't know what causes it to be either one. In this case, it definitely was not close to sunset.
I'll be right back 1 sec.
Maybe it like has to do with the time of day that you learn the song. I don't know. Either way, Bonooru is off to the Deku tree. He's gonna get his hook shot, but not much else there besides the emerald. I'm having a hard time seeing that item over there. I don't know about you, but that's the one I still have trouble getting a good look at when I use that trick to look through a wall there. Anyway, gonna dip in and out of this grotto here, which it was the gold scale, I believe.
I'm back.
Welcome back. Yep,
Yeah, this was the gold
right
scale.
Kind of interested where the next progression at this point is. They're about to both have about the same set of items and songs. Like, as soon as Oxygen goes child. Yeah, you can't break that with a hammer. It has to be an explosive. This is a bomb shooter finds that 30 Skulls is dead, which I don't know if he already knew that or not, but yay.
Well, you can go into Forest Temple and do part of it. That is something.
No. Ah, Zoraton. That's what it was.
Yeah, you can dip into fire. We have everything for fire, don't we? We don't have the tunic, so upper fire is out of logic still. But...
No strength, no tunic, no explosives, but they have bomb chews. Yeah, I mean, technically you don't need strength for Fire Temple, but it does put the entire upper floor into logic. Like, you can't get past the first floor without it, logically. Yeah, no long shot for Pixel Shot either. Yeah, the Fire Temple, you dip it maybe, but like, you don't need to go too far in it right now. There's no reason to. Unless, like, for some reason you have the ability to just like kill the boss somehow. They have a couple bottles, so like fairies to survive the boss fight is now the question.
There's another child place that's in logic right now, unfortunately.
But without like,
it might run with Bell.
Unless they can beat the Spirit Temple, that's not lax access either, and we're way off of that. All these Way of the Heroes are where you gotta wonder what is in those locations. Oxyga going towards Lost Woods. He's gonna get his Nocturne here pretty soon.
But yeah, they're both kind of following each other's footsteps right now. Bonooru doing the Deku Tree, which Oxyga did pretty early in the seed, while Oxyga is doing kind of the adult Lost Woods that Bonooru did earlier.
Still kind of interesting that Bonooru decided to do the songs before he did Deku Tree. It just tells me he wants to do something with his time of day, but like, not sure what he's planning just yet.
Maybe he's trying to do Dompe digging?
Possibly.
That's the last time of day related thing I can think of that they need right now.
One thing that's really nice is he does have Nocturne for that. So like he could go up the river after Deku Tree and then use let the time of day pass there, and once it's close enough to sunset, warp
Valid! I didn't see this earlier.
Yeah, that was there. Warp Cac, get Dompe digging or chickens or whatever out of the way. Some flame storage by the looks of it. He used a stick to jump slash a skull.
Just gonna do this strat. Gets it first try, actually.
I just find it kind of weird that I still see a lot of top runners not using flame storage there.
I think it's just about as fast to do that strat if you can do it in like first try.
Yeah, if you can do it first try, I guess. The thing is, like, you're already right next to the torch down there while you're getting the chest. Oh yeah, river is barren. Bean pickup, yeah. I don't know.
Oxyga trying to do this glitchless jump to get on the top of the maze, but messed it up at least once.
Yeah, we saw Bonooru do the setup for it earlier. He got it first try. Some people like to set up, some people like to eyeball. It's not the hardest thing to eyeball. Just gotta get Link right up on that ledge and then barely turn to make the jump.
Oxyga could dip into Forest if he wanted here. I think that'd be a good...
It would be one good way to like kind of differentiate their routing right now, because that wasn't something that Bonooru could have done when he was here the first time. Also, without Minuet, I don't really expect him to come back here anytime soon. If Oxyga makes the play a dip here, then he might get something out of it. Again, no strength to full clear it, but everything else is in logic. I mean, the first 5 checks are in logic, plus a good handful of skulls.
Checking the courtyards and then leaving. Feel good.
Yeah, something you can easily do with just bow and hookshot, and it is one of the tricks enabled for brackets is to cross from the east to the west side of the courtyard with just hookshot. Otherwise, you would need Song of Time or way through the bottom of the well. I think Gold Skill might account for that, but usually we Iron Boots like could be another alternative. Either way, both are available at this point, so. Hint on the Nocturne pad, just a double that Water Temple's barren.
I I hate Stone Forest, though, by the way. It's my least favorite stone dungeon. Because
I
it's...
don't know.
Forest is where you want to go. You want to go forest so early because it's so easy to get into, and then you just feel so bad like you have to go past like the first part of forest.
I don't know. To me, Stone Forest is always... It feels like it's always the biggest bait, right? Because it's what, 7 or 8 checks, like real items. You're always going to have the items for it no matter what the seed. We already know that it's in logic because of where Serious Song is. It's really strong bait right now. Especially for Oxyga, who already had this hook shot. Hello, Pharaoh's Winds. So that wasn't it on the arch then.
That's a convenient item.
There.
So yeah, Shooting Gallery, Pharaoh's Wind. That's really nice for the Jabu Way of the Hero.
Yeah, it's also really nice just to get early.
With
magic. Especially with that magic meter. Oxyga a little too close to that Octorok. He's going to take shots in the back while he tries to get this skull.
Yeah, Jabu was Way of the Hero this seed. It's also Medallion, but... Bonooru getting beat up by a Tektite.
Oxyga messing up the setup for this hookshot trick here. Gets a second try. It's not the most complicated setup.
Yeah, it's a nice setup, especially because it's just the same as Broken Stick. You just Broken Stick against the wall at the right spot.
Pretty much. And even if you don't like see that red dot at the top, you can even adjust down like a teeny tiny bit and still get the shot off. Yeah, nothing is on any of the trolley item checks so far that we get a hint for. I don't think we've seen a Fox 2 hint though, have we?
Well, Frogs, we did see the hint. And
oh, never mind, River's Baron,
Reverse
so it wouldn't matter.
Yeah, the double whammy. Very definitely not required.
Ooh, there's a bomb bag.
Where did Bonooru find that? Ooh, an Oxyga finds his link.
Places. Oh,
Ooh,
Storm Grotto. Jeez, nice. That's a real good pickup this early.
So for chat, Way of the Hero means the location has a required item in it.
Corner song.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, that would mean Storms is Way of the Hero just to get the bomb back. Assuming it's the only one in logic.
Yeah.
But yeah, good pickup. Right next to DC, too.
Looks like Bonooru is going to maybe dip into fire now. He's getting the song, but he might dip into fire too.
Especially with the bomb bag already. Like, this is a case where you kind of wish you had Serenade just to very quickly get Scarecrow activated and then come back in full clear fire. Because he has the 6 hearts, he has a couple of bottles, he can survive the whole temple if he can do it now. Just good to get out of the way. Like, I don't even see this as just a dip. He's probably going to finish the dungeon right here. Or at least, if he can. If the boss key is on Pierre, then it's a whole other story. He's going to have to leave. What is that up there?
I think
is
it's
that
a bomb.
Dints? I cannot tell what that is. It looks almost like one of the spells to me, but we already know where 2 of them are. Yeah, beating the boss on only 6 hearts is definitely doable, but it's really tight. And at least if you have those available, like the bottles, just get a fairy. It could be a troll Pharaoh's Wind up there. It looks like Pharaoh's Wind, but again, I couldn't get a good enough look at it, and this is a much smaller screen than what I'm used to looking at while I play the game myself.
Yeah, and I always find it harder to follow what the runners see sometimes. A lot of runners just like check stuff really fast. I'm like, how do you do that?
Yeah, the hints are also another one of those things that we check really fast. The colored text really helps with that. Because like what you're looking for is a quick highlight of what you can read there, and then kind of like photographic memory isn't really the word I'm looking for, but like take a quick mental snapshot of what it was, and then like, oh hey, that color was there. Oh hey, that's what it says. 40 skulls is dead. Cool. Keep going. And if you have to double back and reread it, fine. It's not a huge waste of time.
Yeah.
Early
Ooh.
boss key. First check.
I don't think you're gonna go that deep into fire then.
Nope. Nope, this is a good time to bail out. You can crouch stab a switch with a sword. What? That is style right there. I didn't even know that was possible.
Just like I missed, but I will do it quickly anyway.
That's so funny. Yeah, a sword hammer, it makes sense. I just never thought it was possible.
Bolero of fire from the Crow's Grave. So
Let's see. Get the point oxygen back towards Fire Temple. I wouldn't be surprised to see him also dip into fire real quick and with that boss key and see him finish. He needs a little health to survive the trip into the temple right now, though. He's only going to get about 9 or 10 seconds.
Bonooru not picking up any bottles. I mean, any fairies.
Yeah, he must be real confident in his ability to quick strat this boss then. Because 48 seconds is really tight on the timer with just Master Sword. You can't have it troll hole or anything. It needs to be
he has the Bigoron sword.
Oh yeah, sorry, Bigoron sword.
Yeah, he switched to Master Sword for the Fire Dancer.
Which made me forget they had Bigoron sword. Also not seeing Oxyga use it over there, so it's been a while since I saw that pickup. Wait, this should not be. Yeah, troll hole right off the bat. That's not good. Let's pop back up there. Yeah, no, he's got this. He's definitely got it now. Actually getting his Pharaoh's Wind.
That was a clean fight. Oh my god.
He didn't even use the Bigoron sword. That's impressive, especially with that troll hole at the start.
Yeah, that was a very good fight.
Usually, most people kind of hang back there if it pops up on that hole, and that was just really confident and clean right there. I like that.
And yeah, Oxyga doing the same thing, going into fire now that he has Bolero.
Yeah,
it is a key on Fagia.
Could mean the rest of the dungeon is locked behind that, but we haven't seen the rest of the key layout. Actually, no, yeah, the rest of the dungeon was locked behind it because the vanilla boss key chest wasn't the key, and neither was the chest next to the boss door itself. So yeah, boss itself locking the rest of the dungeon. Nice. Both the checks in the lava room to the right would have to be keys.
By the way, what was on the volcano? I didn't see that earlier.
I think it was a heart piece. It wasn't anything important. Where do you expect the runners to go after this, though? Like, we know we don't need all dungeons for the song, but we have items for the dungeons at this point, minus strings. There's a bomb bag and logic, tuck shot and bow. Oxford didn't really get anything out of this Forest Temple dip, but I don't know. Bomb of the Well is a good guess. Definitely a good place to go. Got Storms, got ZL. Oxford doesn't have a song with Storms yet because he hasn't gone for the other two child songs. That being Storms on Stereo and a Vanilla Epona song.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Oxyga like does Fire Temple, goes back to being a child, and does that kind of 3-song route, and then goes well or something. That would make sense, I think.
I'm curious what the other way of the hero hint is at this point.
Yeah, we've seen 2 copies of 3 of them.
It could suggest that one of them is double hinted somewhere. Sacred Forest Meadow wouldn't be a surprise to see a triple of. Because we already got the bomb back from Song of Storms, and we know Nocturne's going to be required. I don't know. Yeah, Bottom of the Well's a good place to check by now.
Yeah.
Anything in Child Cack still hasn't been checked. Dompe is still there. chickens, the Flame Surge and Composer Grave. It's out of logic, but it's there.
Oh, I know what Bonooru is doing. He's gonna go set the time to nighttime by going into Ganon's castle, right?
Very convenient. You can get a skull out of it too if you want.
Yeah, then he'll be able to do Dompe digging.
It's very convenient. The only drawback to it right now is that you won't be able to hit daytime Child Cack. And Sunsong is unaccounted for, so it's going to be a waiting time just to get there. Either way, that is bottom of the well. A lot of potentially very valuable checks, so I'd be surprised to see it dry at this point.
Yeah, and it's entirely in logic. Lens not required, so that means you're all good in that part. You have Zelda's Lullaby, you have the bomb bag. I like to call it a trap because it often is, but I would not be surprised to see it pay off this seed. We're low on kind of dense places to check, and it's available.
Thinking about the remaining songs, the 3 unaccounted for are Serenade, Song of Time, and Sun Song. None of them are really all that valuable. Suns is for 1 check and convenience going around. Song of Time is for a couple things. Water Temple's barren, so really, unless the boss key is on the river, all Song of Time does at this point is helping GTG.
Yeah. Ooh, Bonooru bowling. Nothing on the first check, so you blow up the lady.
Yeah, burning Kakariko is what we call the vanilla Nocturne of Shadow cutscene.
Yeah, because it's Kakariko village, but it's on fire.
Yeah. Yeah, the cutscene starts out with the village literally on fire. Even though you see no fire damage whatsoever after the cutscene. So, there you go.
Oxyga not having the cleanest Volvagia fight. Does fly up and around.
He did get the fairy though, so he'll at least be able to survive the fight, if nothing else. The Volvagia's second hitbox is still wherever she lands after flying it round, though. So, like, you can keep bombing that thing.
Wait, but you saying if you warp into the cutscene, it's actually real fire and does hurt you? It's amazing.
What? That's... okay.
And yeah, Oxyga getting 2 Volvagias jumps around. Doesn't look like he's doing the fast shred at all.
He got the fairy, so he's revived, but oh, he doesn't have his bomb back. He doesn't want to waste his shoes. No, that explains it.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I'm surprised he's not using bigger on sword though. He must have forgotten he had it. Kind of surprised that Bonooru didn't use it either. Flame sword.
Just might have just been confident with Master Sword and just didn't want to think about it.
He was definitely confident, alright. If you're gonna drop any bombs when Volvagia troll holes, you gotta be confident you're not gonna hit the head of the whack-a-mole one. Yeah, just a heart piece on that. And Dompe digging is...
Vanilla!
It popped right on top of him too, so he couldn't dodge it. That's one of those checks where like you always want to autopilot yourself into, even if it's like a bloopy or something, you can't stop yourself in time.
Bonooru is going to pick up some skulls here. That was a weird side hop attempt.
That is really efficient. He gets the broken stick and kills the skull tool in the same jump slash.
I might have to steal that. That was cool.
There's another way you can kind of do it from the one by the guard too. If you just like jump off the ledge and then jump slash it midair, it kills that one and also gives you broken stick. So if you come from Death Mountain Trail to Night Cact, it's a really good way to get it. But here he is coming from the graveyard, so he does that. And yeah, I'm definitely stealing that too. Yeah, no one's done Andrew's chickens yet. No one's even been in daytime Child Cack yet. This is the first time we've seen Child Cack at all with Bonooru right here. Gonna turn the letter, set up Skull Mask.
Yeah, if he doesn't find anything in the well, he could easily, like, go back to the castle town, trade in the mask, come back at daytime, do chickens and skull mask stuff.
Oxyga might not like me to say this, but I'm kind of glad that he messed up time of day at the beginning of the seed. They were doing the same route at the start, and if you're up against someone with higher like Hylia with the hero, there we go. That's the fourth one. But like if you're up against someone with higher execution, you want to be able to like route differently than them, and then somehow come up on top after that. Because if you do the same route, you're just going to be outpaced the whole time. By doing the getting the hook shot before adult 1, he's able to do a lot more than Bonooru was here. So like he's going into DC right now. He missed his bomb bag, but it's not going to be the worst thing. He'll probably get that on the way up to Goron City or something. I don't see him putting that grotto off unless he just forgets about it.
Yeah, that's an easy one to forget about, though, I feel.
Maybe. Did he get that timing on that? Oh,
yeah.
But yeah, like Hylia Way of the Hero,
probably just for the iron boots.
Yeah, if they're not in Ice Trap, that's what it's for down there. Unless something else is in the area.
Strength in the well!
Ooh, here we go.
That is almost certainly required.
First of 2 need, and it puts Forest Temple entirely into logic. When we were not caring about his bomb shoe since he has a bomb bag.
A second quiver.
It's nice to see. I mean, at this point, I wouldn't be surprised if that's all we get from the well. That's 2 big items right there. Could be more, obviously. We're still missing a ton in this suit. No long shot, no light arrows, no boots yet, no mirror shield. No boomerang or letter yet, or slingshot. Yeah,
I think there's going to be something else in the well. I think there's one more item in here, at least.
Strength alone means the well wasn't. Oh, bomb you snap into the wall there. Not what you want to see, but
I hope Steve has an item.
Song of Storms was in the Way of the Hero Sacred Forest Meadows, so good chance something else is here. The other 2 strengths can always be somewhere else, so...
Yeah, so far it's not a required well that we know of. Might be.
Most likely.
But
the amount of times that the 3rd strength is just locked in Adult Spirit is way too high. So, recovery heart there, so not gonna have to open that up. That's probably my favorite use of peeking an item, by the way. Because, like, opening that coffin, having to deal with the bats, you never want to have to do that.
Yeah, it's not too bad if you have the boomerang and know the strat. You can just boomerang it. But otherwise, it's like a full cutscene and then some re-deads. Or a Gibdo. I think it's Gibdos in there you have to dodge.
I kind of like to use Din's Fire if I have the option. Just, like, get in the corner and let it light the torch. That way, you're not going to bother with the Gifto or getting frozen by him. It's probably not faster, but it's just fun to do.
It doesn't look like Oxyga found anything in the Dodongo's Cavern.
No, it was pretty dry. Could continue to the end with his bomb shoes, but he did pass up that Storm Grotto, so he won't get his bomb bag.
Although at this point, it's not too important to find his bomb bag, so it's not going to hurt him too much.
I mean, yeah, you have shoes, but like when you're not really well set for bomb shoes,
time.
If you're not save scumming them all the time, then you're just really hesitant to use explosives at all. You might as well not even have them.
Does Steve have anything? Steve has a key. And a key right next to Steve.
So, like, let's just say that Bonooru was in Dodongo's Cavern instead. Like, yeah, the well's more attractive, but I'm just saying hypothetically. He has his bomb bag. If something in the back room has something, then he would have been able to get it at the time. Whereas Oxyga, just with the bomb shoes, he's not going to do it. Or didn't want to do it, rather.
Yeah, and it's real. Without strength or bombs, I don't think you can actually do Dodongo, King Dodongo.
Mm.
I know that with shoes and like, I know that actually no, there is like a ground jump strat you can do.
So yeah, what you do is you use the shoe. There's probably another way to do this, like using Dodongo himself as a damage source. But the way I learned it is that you use a shoe to detonate the bomb flower, and use the detonation to sort of ground jump. And it's like it's somewhat inconsistent, and you can easily just get hurt by the explosion and lose the ground jump. Oh, hello!
Oh, whoa. Okay.
There's Silvers.
Well is definitely required in this seed.
Yep.
100%.
What in the world was that backflip? What was that? So he like Oxygen just kind of like jump slashed and then did this weird twisted backflip. In the world. Alright, so yeah, bow upgrade and 2 strengths in the well. That's at least adult spirit access. Bonooru's already done child spirit and didn't get a key, so he knows he's going to get something out of spirit. At least progress in it, which is nice.
Yeah, and Oxygen's probably going to go in the well after chickens. So not going to be too far behind.
I'm kind of surprised not to see Bonooru go straight adult here. He can get the Castle Fairy, and he can get Bombchu Bowling. The latter of which I'm surprised he didn't do first, since he's already making his way out here. Oh wait, no, he already did Bombchu Bowling. What am I saying? Had nothing.
How's it going, Rob? Well, Deku Tree had a hook shot, so that's how it's going.
Deku first wins again. Herp derp. But yeah, no. It's kind of weird how he ended up doing Deku Tree first too, because he messed up his time of day at the lake. A little slow movement in a couple places, lost him the ability to go to the market with the owl. He just went back for Deku Tree.
So what's on our skulls?
Ooh, another bomb bag.
That's
that
a
was
bomb
the
bag, not
Castle
bomb bag.
Fairy. Ooh, double defense on 10 skulls. That's gonna be a nice pickup. Continuing with the chickens here, gonna get that.
Yeah, Bonooru going back adult. So with the chickens, if you enter like a room or something, the chickens that are in the thing should stay in the thing, but the chickens that are not reset their positions. I
didn't know it worked on the Skulltula house though. I thought it was just the grotto in the back for some reason.
I'm not
Although
sure.
if it works on the house of Skulltula, it probably works everywhere in Cat.
Yeah, I know that's really convenient for routing with the grotto, because you can kind of go in, do the front chickens, like, use the chicken to fly, and then, like, when you go in the grotto, it resets to a useful position. It's right next to the pen, instead of, like, where you landed.
Bonooru getting some progression done with Adult Spirit here. Oxygen's gonna find his double strength in the well too and probably be right behind him, but at this point, I don't know. Like, I want to say that Bonooru is comfortably in the lead, but yeah, just arrows on this. Oh, wait.
Oh.
Where are you going?
Oxygen has watched too many race streams. He believes the well is a trap too much.
The well hasn't been much of a trap lately, if you ask me.
Oh wait, he doesn't
have
Song of Storms, actually. That's right.
True.
He still has to do his 3-song route.
Oh yeah, I forgot he didn't do that yet. We're an hour in, he hasn't done opponent or area song checks, jeez. And he does have his slingshot here, unlike Bonooru, who had to use use bomb juice here. So he's going to be able to at least do this in logic.
Yeah, gonna get the first 2 checks and then have to leave.
Compass chest here will have his small key since the boulder maze one didn't.
Both runners in spirit.
Just at different ages, but yes.
One's a teen, one's a kid.
There's a small key. Oxyga's gonna be key. Oh, that was almost close to losing that shield right there. It always feels bad to lose the Deku shield, even if you don't think you need it.
You're just like,
Yeah, I could have had that for crouch stabbing. Team always buy a shield. Double defense is on 10 skulls.
I like how in this mirror pushing room, you can kind of just use the mirror as like a defense against the invisible floor master.
It really is kind of funny. The hitbox on it's kind of weird sometimes, but yeah, most of the time you can just block. Like right there, the floor master got past the mirror and he's off to Bonooru's left side right now, but still.
But yeah, sometimes he stays on the other side and you can just kind of like push and get in the cutscene and then it jumps at you.
Ooh, like, with that lean backflip. I like this strat. I'm glad we found this recently. Where like you can shoot the switch with the slingshot and then immediately backflip into the void. It's one of the fastest ways to do that.
Well, I didn't actually notice that.
Yeah, you have to have the right angle for it though, but it's really nice when you get it.
And Polyganon, yes, the logic would be evil enough to do that. I think. Yeah. Spirit logic is crazy. It's all about you can do a lot of things wrong and still be okay. So like everything requires everything, basically.
I remember being told that sticks are never in logic for the torches, which still baffles me. Like, I still don't understand why, even in logic, because everywhere else you're expected to be able to light. Then who was it that told me they weren't?
I think it's that sticks alone might not open it up. Like, you might need other things too, because you could come there as an adult. And like, so it's probably like you need sticks and stimmed fire.
Stick is in logic for torches if you have 5 keys. Yeah.
Ooh, Oxxyga. He's going for the castle fairy. He's gonna get his bomb bag.
I know I should be plugging the runners' bios at some point, but I just want to say that, like, when I answered the runner survey, the weirdest logic quirk question, what I wrote down was, Spirit Temple is Jankyo. And there's reason I wrote that down.
Oh my god, Spirit Temple logic is the craziest logic. There's some specific jank out there that's probably a little jankier, but like Spirit Temple is the one that like you do it all the time. You don't think about it as much. But, like, logic is crazy.
Really, the biggest questions I've had about logic when playing Rando have always been centered around Spirit Temple. What? I played a scene recently where Longshot was way at the hero with a stone water temple, and the Longshot was literally just to be able to reach the Silver Gauntlet's chest because only 4 keys were in logic. It was so dumb. And like, that chest locked magic, which then ended up locking the last key. It was, oh my goodness. Oh, hey, hover boots. Speaking of that seat, hover boots were actually in that chest when I played it. That one at the long shot. Oh my goodness. But yeah, that's good to see right there. Shadow Temple's required. We haven't seen Din's Fire yet, but yeah, good pickup.
Those are hover boots, not the iron boots.
Yeah, the irons we believe to be at Lake Hylia on the Rudo bottle check. No one's actually picked them up yet, but that's what they look like. Yeah, right. See, that's why I don't like putting keys on those hands, because it only messes even more with Spirit Temple logic. Yeah, it's gonna be nice when you find your long shot, but not when you don't need it. Logically need it, practically no. Nope, no. But the community voted to put keys in those chests, so...
Wait, is the vote done? I didn't notice.
I believe it was, yeah.
I didn't actually notice that.
I mean, Bonooru already saw what was on the arch, we just don't know what it was. Same for Oxyga. They both looked at it, but we couldn't make it out. If it was in fact a fake Pharaoh's win, then eh. But neither of them are really making any kind of effort to plant the bean for it, so I'm guessing they both think it was worthless. Oxyga now at 15 skulls and counting. Still no Song of Storms when he's here in CAC, so he's not going to do the well. Still in Keaton Mask though, so making progress.
Skull Mask hype.
Skull Mask is something Bonooru hasn't done much with. He's shown the letter to the guard. There's another slingshot for him.
That was Bonooru's first slingshot.
Yeah, he didn't enter Spirit Temple with one. Oxyga found one somewhere else. I didn't catch where. Probably DC, because that's like the one place he's been. It was in Forest. Oh, it was. Yeah. Forest Temple map chest, says chat.
Nope. Bonooru's like, oh, messed that room up. Reset.
A little bit.
I know a lot of people don't like that room.
Yeah, this isn't really the most liked room in the game here with this climb. What I've started doing now is if I have the bow, I'll take it and the hookshot out. I'll shoot the Skulltula and I'll hookshot up there. Like, or previously I would try to hookshot the skull, end up accidentally bringing myself up to the wall and just getting knocked right down immediately.
The trick is just to always have long shot when you go in that room, and then it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Just
ooh,
come back.
I almost thought that was the letter right there. Nope, just a green Potion Skull Kit. And the other Decadent upgrade in the Spirit Boss Key chest.
Yep, and Bonooru is now stuck. Can't get any further.
Yeah, no Mirror Shield. I didn't catch if he got the boss key or not, but either way, he couldn't get to the boss door. Oxyga in Lost Woods at night. Time of day isn't really working out for him all that well. He can't get to the ranch song check at night. It has to be daytime for Malin to be outside. They're calling Epona probably. Yeah,
GTG.
I mean GTG I guess makes sense. He can.
Yeah, I mean at this point you have both strengths. So I mean Forest is fully in logic, but Forest is a stone, and Forest feels real bad.
Also, he doesn't have Minuet. Oh, hello.
Everyone's favorite Lens of Truth.
Marco Way of the Hero.
Luckily, it only matters for one check now. Yeah, Bonooru's going Adult Lake Hylia first, though. That makes sense.
Yeah, bracket settings turn Lens off for everything except the chess minigame.
And get in the first brackets match. It was Way of the Hero.
Yep. I mean, but at least that you know. Like, if you see it pop up, you know it can only mean chess minigame. Like, it's not going to be a bait for anything else but that. And even then, it's not the biggest bait. Because, like, Market is not out of the way. It just takes the extra time to get the check. Because, like, the chess game is slow, but it's still just one check. It's not the whole well. The Lens doesn't lock it. It doesn't lock out all of Shadow Temple.
I don't remember if it was actually Way of the Hero or it was just required, but it was funny. The Lens is like, I will not be left behind.
I mean, if it's required, it is Way of the Hero. It might just not show up as a hint.
So yeah, Bonooru is doing all the South Grotto stuff that he couldn't do earlier with bombs.
I still like that both these orders are very divergent in their routing right now. It kind of sucks for Oxyga because he still hasn't gotten those other two songs yet, but...
We got a wallet.
Yeah, it's a wallet for Fire Temple. That puts that in logic. Still, Spirit Medallion alone doesn't get him anything, but still nice to have in logic.
Oh,
wait, what was that? Oh, Boat Boomerang! Okay.
The banana!
Still no, Rudo's letter. That could be... Oh, that could actually be very beneficial for Oxyga right there. If Bonooru dips into Jabu without the boomerang and unable to complete it in one go, okay, yeah, he leaves Pharaoh's win there, but still, the second trip is going to eat some time.
Yeah, Oxyga doing a check that's not required.
I hope for Oxygen's sake he remembers the Storm Grotto and Death Mountain Trail, because that's his bomb bag, and he is almost out of choose.
He has a bomb bag.
Did we get a hint for adult fishing? Requiem was ZL. Yeah, so it was guaranteed early.
And no, we did not have an adult fishing hint. We did have Lake Hideaway, the hero, so...
Yeah. So even more reason to do this. Fish? What was that?
Sometimes the fish doesn't care.
It like jumped up to bite it and then it just swam back. I don't think I've ever seen that before. That's amazing. Alright, Oxyga coming towards this area song check. He's gonna get Song of Storms here. And for his sake, I hope he goes... Oh wait, he didn't go for... Oh wait, yeah he did. He has bomb bag. Oh wait, he must have already gotten it then. I just didn't notice.
He did the bomb bag with Castle Fairy. That's how he got his bomb bag.
Oh. Okay. Oh yeah, he didn't even have Song of Storms. He couldn't have... I keep forgetting he doesn't have Song of Storms, because like that check is so early in logic. Oh my goodness. Alright, Song of Storms here. Vanilla Epona, he still hasn't gone and picked up. Again, no Sun Song, so with it night right now, he can't really do that.
So he can dive in the lab whenever he can.
Adoc, he has Song of Storms, yeah.
And yeah, Oxyga might just be going to reset to get back into Kakiri Forest and the Storm Squatter right there.
Yeah, you can get both of them. River's barren, so he doesn't need frogs, but yeah, both those strengths in the well. Bonooru has the technical progression lead on him right now, but I mean, again, these runners have been really divergent so far, so they found different things.
Yeah, although I'd say Bonooru is definitely ahead because what Oxyga has done has been like Forest Temple is like a big one.
Yeah. And again, like we were saying earlier, that stone dungeons with this layout can be a really easy bait. And Oxyga fell for it, got nothing out of it.
Yeah,
he got a slingshot, okay, but...
It does look like Bonooru's going to be avoiding Stone Forest for now, though, which is going to pay off, because at least what we saw in Forest was nothing.
If he got a slingshot in a forest, Bonooru found one of his own. All that got for Oxyga was Lens, and he still hasn't actually checked chess game yet. Which he could. It's night right now if he wanted to. Menuet is on Ocarina.
Yeah, the big thing for Oxyga is finding that boomerang.
Ooh, Song of Time in Ice Cavern. That's... Still no access to it. We know none of the item checks on the river will be anything. With the scale, Oxyga can go from Domain out to the lake and get his iron boots, which will be helpful.
So yeah, what would be really nice for Oxyga is if he finds like Ruto's letter in Zora's domain. That would be amazing.
Yeah, Rob, I was thinking the same thing. Like, this is a very good seed if you want it to be all dungeon. Because Deku, DC, Forest, that's a really good lineup.
Yeah, it's basically the second best. The best would be if you took out Forest and just gave it to yourself at the start.
Yeah, and it could have easily been all dungeons too for ZL or something. Both the Song of Time hints right next to each other. That's gonna feel bad. I mean, you're not gonna miss both of them on your way to Ice Cavern, but still.
Ooh, this looks like it might be a good diving game. You can probably do it 2 dives. You got these 2.
New flame storage trick for diving game is really nice. Oxyga's not doing it. The trick is that you get the stick lit off the torch next to diving game. You go down to the one on the stairs like that and get flame storage off that. And even if you have to 5 dive the mini game, you still have time to do it. And you just pull out the stick once you have all 5 rupees and then start lighting torches. It's really nice and convenient. Really fun to do.
So what's on the diving game? Just a DQ nut.
Just a nut refill.
So we've still got the torches in here.
Yeah, if Oxxyga doesn't find Rudo's letter soon, and
Well, if he doesn't
Bonooru
find something.
Yeah, he needs something. He
So
has
there's
Song of
nothing-
Storms now, so at least a well is very attractive, which we know he needs to do, but like he needs to do it soon if he wants to catch up. Doing flame storage right there for some reason.
I
Grabbing
guess
the fish.
that's a fish.
I mean, but even then, you're. Doesn't the first torch run out if you just take too long?
Probably. Oh no.
I guess not. All right, that's not a bad strat then. That's cool.
Nothing here, so
Yeah, nothing.
Oxyga's gonna go grab his iron boots, we think it is.
He's gonna get both the iron boots and diving in the lab, which the lab was nothing. I don't think anything else is out there at Adult Lake Highlight either. Both fishing and the top of the roof were nothing. He didn't shoot the sun, but it's not good. He can't reach it now anyway. So yeah, iron boots are real. Good pickup. Good pickup. Again, doesn't really get much because we know Water Temple is barren. You haven't seen Tektite Grotto, or have we? I think Bonooru. Yeah, he went by there, didn't he?
I don't think so. I don't remember seeing it.
Yeah. Either way, they both have access to it. The gold scale plus hammer is enough to do that.
Yeah, they have bombs too, so.
Letter in the Wasteland. Yeah. Wasteland is way of the hero for something.
Steve was a key. And yeah,
so-
Wasteland is something. Lake Hylia was Iron Boots. Sacred Forest Meadow was like Nocturne or Storms.
It's amazing at this point in the game, an hour and a half in, there's 2 Way of the Hero areas we haven't checked yet. Just because we can't. There's no fire source, there's... That's just good aim right there. No fire source, no Rudo's letter, so neither Jabu nor Wasteland can be checked yet.
Yeah, and chat makes a good point. With Zora's Tunic and a wallet upgrade, there's no bait Way of the Heroes left.
Mm-hmm. So, like, what are we still missing? Long shot, light arrows, din,
Mirror shield.
and letter. So 5 items and 2 Way of the Hero places. Rudo's can't be the Way of the Hero in Jabu, and Din's... it could be the Way of the Hero for Wasteland if we see fire arrows pop up somewhere. I mean, at this point, Spirit's been mostly cleared. Water's barren. Shadow could easily have something. I'd be
Yeah, for
surprised if
Shadow,
GTG
all we
had
need is
something.
Dins for Shadow, and then we can full clear it, I think, right?
Yeah. Din's for the full clear. Fire arrows if either one of these no fire arrow entry, which I'd be surprised if neither does. Still something I have personally yet to learn.
Wait, what have you not learned?
Fire arrow entry into Shadow Temple.
Oh, yeah.
Because, like, it's a 50-50, you still need Dins anyway, just to finish. So it's not exactly at the top of my priority list to pick up.
It's one of those things where you feel really good if you do it and it works out, but the chance that you need to do it and it works out is so low that, like, if you don't learn it, you're not going to notice it mattering too much.
And on top of that 50-50, you also have to be in a position where you have fire arrows, but you're still looking for Din.
Yeah, you need to have fire arrows, be looking for Din's fire.
And already have all the rest of the items for Shadow.
Yeah, need to go into Shadow, and you need to, like... It needs to be, like, the last thing you're checking, because if you need other stuff, you feel really bad about going into Shadow for it.
Because this is going to have to be in logic somewhere to do Shadow Temple. And yeah, even then, it still kind of feels like it happens pretty often where you might have that situation pop up. Again, we're bomb choose on Talon. I already saw this. GTG though, these are going to be a bunch of new checks we haven't seen yet. No Song of Time, so we won't see the toilets. Either way, Bonooru doesn't have Iron Boots yet. And he doesn't actually know where Song of Time is. Oxyga is the one that found both those hints.
Deep Fires and Logic. We found a wallet earlier, so the tunic wasn't even required for that.
Yep.
And yeah, Oxyga finally getting his opponent's song.
He's probably almost glad that's only opponent's song and not something... Well, I don't know. I mean, at this point, there's not much that could be more helpful. You know that,
well, opponent's song
minuets on the ocarina, and opponent's song of the last remaining songs for him would be the most helpful. So, I don't know. Maybe that's why he put it off. So, I don't know.
Wow, that was really good from Bonooru. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's really fun clearing that room with just Bigger on Sword.
It wasn't just that, it
fast.
was like how fast and clean it was, just kaboom, kaboom, kaboom.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, that was very impressive.
Yeah, the quick forward stab with Bigger on is my favorite way to clear that, by far.
No, that was not a sploosh, that was a kaboom.
Kaboom! Is that a vanilla ice trap? That's a vanilla ice trap.
Break everything in there?
Yeah. You got the 2 chests before the other 2 spawned in, and then you got those 2.
Oh.
Wait, I'm fairly sure that's a vanilla ice trap. I could be wrong, but there is at least 1 or 2 ice traps in that room normally.
French vanilla for the French player.
Yeah, Bonooru's execution is definitely above Oxyga in this raid. It's part of why I like so much that their routes diverged, but it's still working out a lot more for Bonooru. Nothing really in GTG yet, but I expect Oxyga not to be too far behind. The stuff that Oxyga
Well, Oxyga still hasn't done the well even, so
yeah.
Oxyga feels really far behind for some reason, and I'm not sure like exactly what it is that made him fall so far behind. Like he did Forest Temple.
I mean, he's had a few little mishaps here and there. His time of day hasn't worked out. He messed up at the lake at the beginning, and he went a long time without getting opponent's song for the last like 20-30 minutes just because it was nighttime for him. And yeah, Bonooru is just, he's a lot more experienced with Ocarina speedrunning and vanilla, so that obviously helps coming into Rando. Just execution-wise, the routing is a skill on its own, but... Anyway, Oxyga with the Skull Mask, something we still haven't seen yet, and that's a decent chance of being required. We're missing a lot of items at this point with not much left in logic that we haven't seen. Most of Forest Temple still exists. We're already almost through GTG on Bonooru's side with nothing found. Bonooru having enough of the Dynalphos already, pulling out the Deku Nuts just to stun them. Yeah, those are the worst enemies in the game, by far. So jumpy.
And they run away from you. Like, come on, fight me.
Rod pointing out that, yeah, you need Rudo's letter here to put a lot of the maze in logic, actually. Despite being able to full clear the whole sides of the dungeon, he only has 3 keys going into the maze. Like, he's not even saves coming to the right side first, he's just checking this left. So the maze is probably mostly keys.
It's a little strange that he's not saves coming, though. He might...
no? Maybe he has the same suspicion that the maze is going to be mostly keys. He's missing 6 of them. There's 1.
Now he saves.
Yeah, okay, yeah, there you go. He had to figure that was a key then.
Maybe he knew that like it had to be a key.
Oh, was that a stick upgrade? Nice. I wasn't watching the skull mask, but yeah, only a stick upgrade's not really what he wants to see here. He has Song of Storms, so he's gonna keep going. Nothing on the left side of the maze. He will be able to say it's coming. Check right side, but yeah, nothing else in GTG so far.
Oxyga now doing the well. He's gonna find his 2 strength upgrades.
We're running out of places where progression can be at this point. The places that we know are way at the hero, they still don't have access to. I would almost think Forest Temple would be worthwhile to go back to by this point.
There's got to be something in Forest, right?
Forest or chest game?
Yeah, because the right side of this maze isn't anything. Like, if it's anything, it's out of logic, so there has to be something else available.
Yep. GTG is dry. We don't have access to the middle. With a couple of keys on the right side of the maze there's no way Bonooru is going to reach the middle right now, so can't get that. Oxygen finally doing the bottom of the well. He's going to get his first strength upgrade right here, and the other towards the back of the dungeon. Garden bracelet right there. Deep fire also in logic, like Chat's pointing out. Chat always likes the memes for these races. Deep fire definitely being one of the most popular and most common, I think.
So I'm surprised Bonooru is not just going Forest Temple. I feel like that's the most obvious location to go, because he hasn't even dipped it yet.
Bonooru still has a lot of child left, though, and he's going to retrace a lot of Oxygen's steps here. He'll find the boomerang, not the letter. He's already set up Skull Mask, too, so I'd be a little surprised if he didn't keep going with that one. I don't know. We saw most of DC. We haven't seen the last 2 checks of it. Oxygen dipped there, but he didn't have a bomb back at the time. GTG, yeah, this is not a very straightforward seed. And again, the whole divergent routing has let us see a lot more of it than either individual runner has so far.
I don't know. I feel like it hasn't been that open. Like, now it's a little open, but up until now it's been a lot of, like, you have very few things to do.
I mean, starting out with Hookshot and Hammer with these particular songs, you have most of the game available to you. Really, it's just Din's is locking you out of Shadow Temple. You have most of Spirit Temple available. You know, Water Temple's barren. Really, Forest and Fire are the 2 densest areas right now that we haven't seen.
Yeah, and the end of Tadongo's Cavern as well.
They're just going to retrace each other's steps right here. I imagine Bonooru is going to come out on top after it, but still. Like, he has the execution lead. So, like, once he's going to get his Boomerang and Child, but nothing else. I don't know. Is there anything else Child we haven't seen yet?
We haven't seen the chest game yet.
Oh, yeah. And yeah, I don't think we've seen Tech Chrono either, but that can be child or adult to reach that.
Bonooru can also pick up his Iron Boots. Not that it really matters right now, but that might be part of why he went child. He's like, well, I have to go child at some point for these irons.
Yeah, both runners went the lake opener route, so they saw the Iron Boots, and they're both gonna know it's Iron Boots before they go back for it. I imagine he'll do something similar to what Oxygen did. He'll do the domain route and then use that to shortcut to the lake to pick up the irons.
Yeah. Picking up his boomerang right now, so Oxygen's advantage there is kind of gone.
Yeah. The one thing that he had knowledge of for a while that Bonooru didn't. But again, the boomerang on its own is useless except for skull collecting. That is one thing we haven't seen is 20 skulls. That's still on the table. And since Oxygen's going out of his way for some here in the well, I imagine he's close.
Bonooru, we have a hint. This is useless. There's nothing here. Stop it. Please. It's already dead.
Oh yeah, we did get the spinning pot hint, didn't we? Did Oxygen light the torches earlier? I forget.
He started to, yeah. I think he didn't actually finish it though.
He lit the torches, then he went straight for rolling Goron instead. That's another thing I need to learn is the timing on that bomb shoe. I think he missed the rolling Goron. Oh wait, no he didn't. No he didn't. Hear the puzzle chime there, so he got the hit. Just a bow upgrade in that. Oh wait, no, it's an ice trap, isn't it?
Yeah, it's an ice trap. Go pick it up, Bonooru. Go pick it up.
He's probably
pick it
gonna
up.
skip it anyway, but...
Pick it up. Pick it up.
Yeah, no, he's skipping it.
Oh,
Even if it was a real bow, he doesn't need it. He's already found 2 of the bows, so...
I blue-balled me.
Chad a little bit disappointed that he didn't pick up the ice trap.
I'm disappointed.
Yeah, whenever I see a hint there for an ice trap, I had to wonder, like, what is the item going to show up as once you see it?
Maybe that's all it was. He just wanted to know what item was the ice trap.
But wasting the time to do it? Eh. Ooh,
oh no, Oxyga.
Oh. Alright, he has Ferrer's wins, so he can get back up. Just not the most convenient thing to do. His silver gauntlets are in the next chest that he was about to get, but yeah, he'll be waiting a few more seconds on those. Get this chest in the back here, then pop back up. Man, that hurts. Alright, come on. Come on, Oxygen.
Shield.
I never liked doing this setup, by the way. I've seen a lot of people. Yeah, there's... So what I do is when I open the chest, I restun the bats, I run straight to the BMOS, and then straight to the door. It's like 2 straight lines you can just follow and not fall anywhere.
Oh, I definitely use that strat, the like go to the wall, backflip, side hop. I usually have nuts out though.
I only just don't like it because you really have that chance of getting hit like Oxygen did, getting knocked down. Anytime you're airborne, that happens. Yeah, Bonooru's doing this nice little flame storage strat I talked about earlier. It's so nice seeing little things like this pop up everywhere now that flame storage is allowed in the rule set. Because like he's going to have to 4-dive this minigame. Whereas previously the fast strat here required a 3-dive or less. But yeah, he's going to 4-dive and still have plenty of time left. Like 11 seconds on the timer when he picked up that rupee.
20 skulls is just some arrows. Oxygen just showing us that. And yeah, I like how flame storage is like let a lot of little things happen. Just the convenience mostly.
This is kind of a situation though where you do the torches backwards though. Like unless you're expecting to get Rudo's letter off that diving game, you light the torches, go up, like you start at these 2 right here, then you get the other 2 torches, go up, get the item from diving minigame. He's not getting the item from diving minigame, but it won't really hurt him. It's not anything.
He might just be grabbing this and going right back.
He's realized he forgot the item from diving minigame and he's turning right around after he gets iron boost. Oh no. But yeah, that's the thing. If you know you're gonna leave either out the front exits of Zora's Domain or through the shortcut here, you do the torches backwards and then jump down from the diving game prize and then get the chest. It's a little bit faster that way, and Bonooru probably getting hurt by muscle memory there more than anything.
Oh, and yeah, to answer chat, by the way, both of these runners have done speedrunning in this game before.
Yeah.
Let's see. Bonooru has done no item manipulation, wrong warp, 100%, all dungeons, glitchless, MST, and any percent. Oxyga has done no item manipulation, wrong warp, 100%, and any percent.
It's always nice to see vanilla experienced speedrunners coming into random. just whichever ones pick up the random routing better, coming out on top really well. And then you get people like Nat who are like Majora's Mask speedrunners that just come into this game anyway and do really well. Completely different game, but very similar movement tech.
Yeah, Bonooru having to do this diving minigame again. Whoops.
One thing that I see in Majora's Mask that I'd never see in Ocarina, I'm assuming it just doesn't work, is like this little side hop you see people do when they're trying to grab a ledge right in front of them. They'll side hop and grab it faster because they're like midair grabbing the ledge. Yeah. I never saw any of that until I saw people start running Majora's Mask Rando. And by people, I mean Anat, because he's like the only person I've watched do it. Yeah, you can't do that in Ocarina. It's specific to Majora's Mask. Which, I mean, even though they're both on very similar physics, like they're the same engine and stuff, but yeah, just little differences.
Differences. Like I think bombs explode differently in Majora's Mask.
Yeah,
and that's like relevant for a lot of the glitched categories.
Yeah, the damage radius is different. The animation is way different. There are probably different differences. More differences than I'm aware of. Because again, I don't really speedrun Majora's Mask, so I don't know them. Oxxyga in Spirit Temple. He's not going to find anything besides hovers for it, but yep. Bonooru going back to Fire Temple, probably. Or
no, he's probably going to. He's going to Minuet probably. To Forest, I mean. This is the fastest way to get there.
Got the Minuet check already.
Yeah, he's gonna go into Forest Temple. You take the Lost Woods shortcut.
Oh no. Here, in this kind of a situation, to me they feel about the same.
You might go to Dongo's Cavern though.
You already found... Oh yeah, no, DC, definitely. Yeah, no, because he hasn't dipped here yet. He won't get anything unless something is in the last 2 checks. But, I don't know. Like, in this situation, between Fire and Forest, I think... I mean, they both feel kind of even, because, like, you have the warp to get to Fire Temple, but not Forest. But, also, you've already found 2 of the item checks in Fire Temple before the boss, so... That already devalues Fire, knowing you found those. Anyway, we're gonna see Bonooru do most of... well, he's gonna do all of DC right here, but most of it we've already seen from Oxygen. Does EOG actually run Rando?
He's played Rando a few times. He doesn't, like, do it regularly, though. Because I know my brother, who's the one that got me into Zelda Rando, I mean, it got me into Ocarina of Time Rando, got into it because he saw ZFG do it. Because I actually started with Link to the Past Randomizer.
Yeah.
Which I found because of the run on GDQ.
Yeah, Link to the Past is like... both this game and Link to the Past are just built so well for Rando.
Yeah, wide open world with lots of different like check requirements and stuff. It's very nice.
Everything item gated progression wise. Every item does, or almost every item does something on its own to get progression in both games.
Oh man, Oxxyga, he is going all in on Spirit Temple.
Oh wow! Oh no!
He is doing the Armo strat.
I think this is probably a situation where both runners might feel behind. Because, like, we haven't seen any solid progression in a while. Like, no dungeon that's able to be full clear that isn't a stone dungeon. Okay, we had the items for fire, but, like, no one's gone for it yet.
I don't know if Oxxyga would feel behind. I mean, I don't know if Bonooru would feel behind. I feel like he should feel pretty good, except... I guess with GTG not paying off, he might feel behind.
Yeah, that too.
That's, like, the big reason. Otherwise, I feel like most of what he's done has paid off.
But like, we keep finding items for dungeons that alone don't let you clear the dungeon. There's boomerang, there's hover boots, there's silver gauntlets, but we're still missing dins. We're missing the letter. We're missing a mirror shield. Meanwhile, oh, and longshot. We're still missing that too. Jeez.
Don't let it go out. Don't let it go out.
Very nice on that from Oxxyga. I wonder if he's going to do the other torch strat too.
I don't think you go well. I don't think you do one torch strat.
Ooh, not worth it.
Immediately punished. Immediate punishment.
You really gotta wonder if he wants to do the other one now. Oh, that's
How
gonna
dare
feel bad. Yeah, entering, leaving the room just to reset the statue position. He's gonna go for this other one too. Yeah, you don't open that door unless you know you can actually do something up there.
Well, I mean, you could go further without doing the fire strat.
Bonooru's not bothering to bomb the eyes as he walks over here. Okay, he does turn around. Maybe think for a second he was just gonna skip the back part. Lands
Oh
right
my
on
god,
the
and he
ledge
lands
there.
on it! Oh,
That's style right there.
That's sexy, oh my god.
I imagine that's not the hardest thing to learn, but still, it's a nice flex.
And the Oxyga collected silver rupees, so he's definitely doing this strat.
Yep.
This one's not as bad because it is fast block pushing.
Yeah, that was a nice change.
It is not fast Armos pushing, though.
Yeah, regrettably. The whole reason... Oh, well, you can push the block through the torch. What? I've never actually done this strat myself. I need to pick this up sometime soon. But, like, the use case for it is so rare that I just haven't bothered. Same thing with, like, fire arrow entry.
Especially with flame storage now, it makes it a lot easier to do
block.
the job.
Trying to shoot that third torch from the second one. First one, oh no. Oh no. The first time I was on commentary, I saw Barrel do this. And yeah, he went through an entire quiver of 40 arrows trying to. This is not an easy strat to pull off at all.
Oh, he got it.
No.
And then...
Right, can you get the other two quickly enough? He keeps falling off the block, which is not helping him.
He didn't fall off, he went to push it. Oh. Go, go, go.
Yeah,
Fast, fast, fast. Ah, too slow. Oh no, he has to get that last one. Go, go.
Oh my goodness.
He did it!
Ah, nice. Okay, cool. Now, did Bonooru get anything out of DC? That is another bomb. Oh my goodness. He did not go dropping a... Oh, and Kokiri sword.
Well, Oxyga not being rewarded for his strats.
He has all the small...
Oh man, the angry shielding.
Not happy there. He'll be a little happier once he opens the silver gauntlet chest, but... Man. Alright, Bonooru, you're going forest or fire? He's going deep fire. Alright, here we go. Full clearing the medallion dungeon. Did he set it? Oh yeah, he did adult Lake Hylia, so he has Scarecrow ready. He can full clear this place.
I'm a little surprised you go deep fire instead of forest. But maybe it's just because it's here.
Yeah, it's really just because you have the warp for it. I wonder what Oxyga does at this point. He's gonna find hovers here, and the rest of Spirit's gonna be empty for him. GTG has to be attractive. You know it's in logic with the opponent's song. Does he make a gamble knowing he's this far behind? Surely he knows Bonooru has probably done GTG already. I don't know. It's like...
Going GTG is probably like the safe play. I mean, it's not going to pay off, but it's kind of the... This is the highest check density location left.
Yeah.
But if you want to gamble, you might be like, well, I'm behind, so I'm gonna do something else, and just hope it's not there because I lose if it's there.
But you have to feel behind in order to make that gamble, and I don't doubt that he does feel behind, especially after both of those torch strat checks. I mean, it's two things that we know Bonooru hasn't checked, but he doesn't know that. Nice little hover.
I like the swag. Like
I'm gonna start doing that from now on. I like hover boots, but I've never actually used them like that. Dato, meanwhile, in chat probably doesn't like that I said that, but whatever. The whole reason I use hover boots the way I do is because, okay, yeah, hovers on their own don't work all that well. But the thing is, you can start a roll without hovers, get full speed from the roll, and let the hovers continue your momentum. Which is why I like to use them most of the time.
Does that like make you faster?
Judging by my Dante race times, yes, but it's not the biggest difference. Like, it's a very minuscule time difference that you get from it. And it's only for, like, when you're rolling specifically.
Oh my god.
Like, if you're back walking, yeah, don't use hovers. Do not.
Would that be faster? Would that be faster than back walking then?
No. Nope, no. The whole thing with, like, movement, if you're not going to be moving in a straight line, yes, rolling is the way to go. And for me, that's why I like to use hovers when I do that. But anytime you're in an area where box movement is nice or where it's a straight line, don't use hovers. Nope, don't do it. Get the slingshot upgrade there on the mirror chest. Yeah, box movement isn't the best. Like, it's... Unless you're in a boxy map like Sacred Forest Meadow. Oh, hello!
Bonooru getting rewarded with the fire... Like... Gets his Ruto's letter, and now he can set Furor's Wind and just leave.
Yeah, both these are setting Furor's Wind where they are and just popping out. The only question is, where does Oxyga go from here? Because now Bonooru has the definite lead. He has a huge lead now with that. Jabu's going to be away at the hero, which... I mean, at this point, I would be surprised if the rest of the items don't just chain very nicely. Yeah, something else could be in Deep Fire, but like...
Ooh, Oxygen dodging that Skulltula.
So yeah, we're still missing Mirror Shields, Light Arrows, Longshot.
And Dins.
And Dins. One of those is in the Wasteland, and at least one of those is in Jabu.
Yeah.
So
although
really...
it could be Fire Arrows in Jabu to get the Wasteland Dins.
Yeah, true. Or, like, Gold Gauntlets or something, I guess, is possible.
Jabu is Gold Gauntlets to get Fire Arrows in Ganon's Castle Ferry. To get Dins in the Wasteland.
Astra hasn't actually turned in his 20 skulls, has he?
He did.
Did he? What's he going to now, then?
What is he going to? I'm not sure.
You got hovers out of... Oh my goodness. Yeah, I just feel like the rest of the seed's gonna line up.
Oh, maybe he didn't do
nicely.
No?
Where are you going? If you're going GTG, you don't warp Nocturne, though.
Just reverse
Wasteland in this case, yeah. Lake Hylia, I guess? I don't know. Maybe he's also thinking Deep Fire and just wants to set up Scarecrow Song. That would make sense. But still, you don't go Nocturne for that. That's a Prelude Warp. Maybe he forgot he had... I don't know. Big Pose, you already turned him in. That's your hammer. Checking all Hyrule Field, Lake Hylia, then GTG, I guess. Yeah, no. He's probably gonna go GGG then. Again, it's a big area full of checks. It's very attractive, but it's gonna have nothing for him.
Bonooru does remember to grab a fish.
Lake Hylia away at the hero. I guess you want to full clear that too.
Yeah, it does make sense to check.
Yeah, he's just gonna keep falling further behind Bonooru at this point.
Nothing in Tectite Grotto.
Man, this feels bad for Oxxyga. Like, so much has already been checked that unless something is in like forest or deeper fire, you're pretty much out of areas for progression to be. Yeah, he's going straight for GTG first. I would have to disagree with this, not just because we know GTG is empty, but like Lake Hylia is the one that's the way of the hero of the two. You gotta full clear that at least. Yeah, we're 4 items from go mode. Light arrows, mirror, dens, long shot.
Yeah, and this is winner's bracket, so the runners are still in even if they lose.
Yeah, whoever loses here is not knocked out. They're just a little disadvantaged.
Means you can't lose again.
Yeah.
Yeah, so something's in Jabu. So what do you think it's gonna be?
Oh, what's left? Of anything that could point to more progression, my guess is Dins. Because Dins would immediately mean Shadow Temple plus Wasteland.
Yeah. I'm going to guess that Mirror Shield, but it's probably Dins.
Yeah, Mirror Shield at this point just unlocks 30 checks, though. We already have all the keys for Spirit Temple. I didn't catch that the boss key was one of those. All the small keys are accounted for, so like, I don't know. Neither of the torch chests had anything either, so like progression there isn't magic locked.
Wait, does it unlock 4? I thought it was just the mirror chest. Oh, wait, no, yeah, I guess there's a mirror chest. I forgot. Yeah.
The magic only locks the map chest plus the torch chest with the sunblock room. In normal weekly settings, it would also unlock the 2 in front of the mirror chest, like the invisible chest in that hallway. But again, this is bracket settings where lens only means chest game, which no one has checked still. Actually,
yeah,
I still don't know what's on that.
And yeah, Skull Mask was checked. It was nothing.
Skull Mask was a stick upgrade, which we believe is vanilla. I never seem to remember which upgrades are which. Like, I know it's... You have the 2 scrubs in the Lost Woods and the 2 mask checks in the forest stage for all the stick and nut upgrades, but I can never remember which ones are where.
Well, I know there's a bomb upgrade on the Rolling Goron.
Yeah.
I don't remember where the other bomb upgrade is, though.
It's bomb tree bowling. Both slingshot upgrades. One is target in the woods, the other is the slingshot minigame. Bow upgrades are bow minigame and then horseback archer.
Bonooru doing a very nice nut strat in the bubble room. Snap, 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 snap. And yeah, Oxxyga is in GTG, so he's going to be losing time. And
oh, there we go.
Light arrows in Jabu. That
the hero for sure. I was hoping for more than that, though.
There could be more. We've still got 2 more checks.
Light arrows don't do anything for progression right now. I really hope something else is here, honestly. Oh yeah, Ice Cavern is another place that hasn't been checked. But again, that's not going to be until after Jabu for either of these runners. We know Song of Time is there, but we don't know what the items are. I'm feeling this is going to be a near 100% seed from both of these runners. Just because of like how much has already been checked and what little is left. That's Deep Fire, that's most of Forest Temple, and that's Ice Cavern. And we're still missing 4 go mode items. Oh, sorry, 3 at this point. Yeah.
Yeah, longshot, mirror shield, and Din's fire. We have seen a dip into forest, but not the whole thing. And letter was in fire temple.
Yeah, it wasn't. It was like middle fire temple, the bottom of the Goron maze, the Boulder maze, I think. Of the 3 go mode items we have left, only Din's really does a lot. Like, the long shot is 1 check on its own, pretty much. That's shoot the sun. Water temple itself is barren, so nothing in there is going to have anything. Din's is all of Shadow Temple. It's whatever's on the Wasteland chest. Mirror Shield is 3 checks in Spirit.
And Light Arrow cutscene, right?
Din's has to show up somewhere soon. Oh yeah, and Wax for Mirror Shield. Yeah, Din's is the item you'll want to see right now. By far. The likelihood that Shadow Temple has something is just increasing by the minute here.
Oxyga getting eaten by one of the legs here. Not having the same swag room that Bonooru did.
I wonder if he's just forgotten at this point he doesn't have bigger on sword. Or that he does have bigger on sword. Because, like, we saw Bonooru quickly clear this. This room is so free with bigger on sword. It's ridiculous. Yeah, literally the first chest both runners opened. It was on the Kokiri sword chest.
They have had it all game. Rudo picking up her counterfeit stone.
Come on, Oxyga. Equip the shield again and realize that the bigger on sword is right there. Please, man. For your own good. Yeah, we don't know what Shoot the Sun is. Neither runner has checked it. No Serenade, no Sun Song. That's not really a convenient thing to get at any point.
Honor doing the nice quick strat for the Octoroks.
Yeah, the actual item model on Zora Sapphire there is something I'd like to see too. I don't know if it's actually reasonably possible, but it would be a nice check.
I just like this idea that it's a counterfeit.
Yeah.
She was given a fake stones, and she lost it.
Damage boosting? Oh, no. Guess the roll at the switch. Very nice first try. Another thing I've yet to learn.
Bonooru making it look easy.
That is like it's double frame perfect or something. So, I personally do not like that at all.
But Bonooru showing he bleeds. He does not get the skull in his first try.
Yeah. Wasn't anything on 20 skulls if Oxyga ever checked it.
So let's see, can Bonooru get the very nice Baronade kill?
This
is one
very
of the bosses.
It just looks so good if you get the clean kill.
Oh,
clean,
that's so nice.
Quick kill. Whatever. You know what I mean. Yep, he gets. Yeah. It's very good. And he got it. Ooh, almost got run over by Baronade right there.
Too
Done
fast,
just in
though.
time.
Oh, that was a good fight.
Very clean Jabu overall.
Yeah, the only thing.
Unless Baronade does something.
Yeah, the only thing that took him any time was getting that one Skulltula.
Just a health refill there.
Oxyga has equipped the big Oron sword.
Finally. Alright, we finally have a medallion lead now. We have Light Arrow, Light Arrows and Light Medallion on Bonooru. Both from Jabu. Very nice. But yeah, nothing else. No other direction or progression now. That's not really what we wanted to see. It does now turn the seed back into kind of a needle in a haystack hunt, but Bonooru has the lead on it. He has Jabberjaw, and he's done fire enough to find that letter. But yeah, there's nothing progression-wise available right now that we know of. He drops the bomb on himself there. Man, you gotta hope for Dins by this point too. Hero was thinking it was just gonna be a straight line to the finish, but nope, just light arrows. Well, that means that nothing else way at the hero is any bait now, which is really just Wasteland. So
Yeah.
either Longshot or Mirror Shield has to be there. Okay, maybe Din's if fire arrows show up first, but still. Din's could still be in G2G, yeah.
Yeah, there's Ice Cavern to do, there's the rest of Fire to do, there's Forest to do.
Bonooru goes adult without doing chess minigame. To be fair, he doesn't have the time of day for it. It needs to be night, so... Not really possible to do that yet. Bonooru returning to Fire Temple. He does have Pharaoh's Win halfway up, so night. I almost think that warping to... Oh wait, not Fire Temple.
He's going to Forest or to Ice, one of the two. I'm not sure which.
I don't know.
I'm guessing Ice.
Ice, because you know it's a song, would... He also knows it's a song of time now, too, I think, so... Maybe... I don't know. Either... Forest, Fire, or Ice all seem kind of even right now.
I think you don't go into Fire, because you can throw his wind into Fire.
Oxyga practicing his mega flips while he waits for the sunrise.
That's cheating.
Mega flips are helpful, but not allowed and accessible for any advantage game whatsoever. When you're going to Ice Cavern, it's 8 checks up in this direction. Oh, sorry, 7. He already got the ferry.
So yeah, there's the 4 in the place itself. King Zora, 2 outside.
Yeah. 7 altogether. He has Iron Boots, so we can get the Icy Waters Heart Piece check. The 7 plus the 1 check in G2. Yeah, he can get the toilet after this. Whether he'll go back immediately for that, probably not. Unless he has reason to believe that something is there. You can actually get the center of GTG too. Song of Time lets him get the rest of the keys for that. Didn't catch what that was, but whatever it was, not important because he's immediately going towards the Ice Cavern entrance. Something shiny. Probably money or heartbeat. I don't know. I didn't get a look at it. I was at Oxygen's screen when he looked at that heart piece, so I didn't catch it myself.
Nice spin.
Is it just me, or does that spin not actually feel faster than just crouch stabbing them all?
I'm not sure, but it looked like it's probably consistent.
Consistent, sure.
Bonooru trying to climb, but getting knocked up.
Yeah, you don't often get hit by the spinning blades when you try to climb that ledge.
It's weird that you can just like walk through them. Like, yeah, it hurts, but you're just like, whatever.
What's worse though is when like you come out of a roll and then it whacks you and suddenly your momentum shifts back to oh no. Wombo comboed ice and then a spike trap.
I have fallen way too many times in this room right here Oh my god, it's awful. You feel so bad every time you do it.
The letter was in the Boulder Maze and Fire Temple.
Ooh, that was a nice shield.
Shield smash are nice in some places. Yeah, Oxxyga is now down half of Fire Temple for the letter, and then all of Jabu. Plus whatever
Din's
finds,
Fire.
like Din's Fire in Ice Cavern. Is he gonna leave? Yeah, this is a time where you take out Pharaoh's Wind, because Ice Cavern is a lot less convenient to come back to than something like Fire Temple when you already have Bolero.
Yeah.
Again, that wind will just pop back to the beginning of the dungeon, but you still have a bottle of blue fire. Go. Wasteland is way of the hero, so Dance is going to unlock something here. Mirror Shield or Longshot, or possibly Gold Gauntlets, but that would have to immediately lead to one of those other two items. Yeah, at this point, there's really not much left to do. I'm surprised Bonooru didn't check this ferry earlier, actually.
He didn't have Zelda's Lullaby when he was here earlier. No, when he went back as an adult, he did, though.
Yeah. I mean, Rob, if you're getting locked out of water, when you find out you're in a dungeon, to immediately use FW just to get back to ice.
Tektite's doing their Tektite thing of messing with your Z targeting.
I mean, progression has been so slow in this seed, I wouldn't be surprised if Bonooru himself feels behind right now. So, it's a gamble you want to make. Like, I don't know. The progression on Medallion Dungeons has just been so weird this seed. Like, you're getting half the items for each of them really early, and then nothing else. Also worth noting, Hover Boots were supposed to be in Logic to beat Fire Temple, which I didn't think about until just now. Because the boss locked the upper floors.
Yeah.
Alright, what do we got in the Wasteland chest? Is it gold? Is it Longshot? Is it Mirror Shield? 21 skulls on Bonooru. He keeps going past 20 for reasons. It's the Mirror Shield.
So we're just a long shot away from go mode.
Yeah, at this point, I mean, I just guess it's most likely in Shadow Temple. Yeah, it could still be Ice Cavern, could be Forest, could be Fire, could be Chest Game, which neither runner is done, but they both have access to.
Tektite Grotto was checked, yeah.
Oxygen finishing up clearing Lake Hylia, Way of the Hero. Just a plain stick there, not an upgrade. Where do you think he wants to go next? He's hesitating on any Warp Song right now, so yep, Fire. Or at least Bolero. I mean, Bolero right now it's the best way to either Forest or Fire. Just which one is you want, and it is Fire.
So yeah, this is a good play, or a successful play from Oxxyga here. He is going to get his Rudo's letter when he goes in here. He is
so far behind, though.
Yeah.
Like, assuming that Dins is just going to lead straight into Longshot, he's pretty much lost. It really just depends on where Longshot is and who decides to go there first. Because again, like, he could catch back up, and Bonooru could spend a lot of time looking for Longshot and just not find it. Because again, that's all of Fire Temple. That's ice, that's forest. If Oxygen guesses right when he gets to that point and Bonooru doesn't, that could be an easy way for him to catch back up. Yeah, it's not over yet, but Bonooru does have a very decisive lead.
Yeah,
sure.
I mean, it would have to be something like Deepest Fire has the long shot and Oxygen just goes there. And Bonooru does, like, everything else first.
I almost gotta wonder at this point, does Oxygen gamble on staying in Fire Temple? I wouldn't expect it, especially since he has Pharaohs, but still. Remember, he did place Pharaohs halfway up Spirit Temple. I'm not even entirely sure I like the strat. Because
got knocked down by the skull.
You have the Skulltula still there. And you're still like waiting on the timer for the walls anyway. You might as well kill the Skulltula. No reason not to. Or Wall-tula, I guess.
Skull Wall-tula.
Yeah, Wall moves him out of the way that time. Rudo's is in Fire Temple. Oxxyga is about to find it in a couple of minutes here. Yeah, so Rudo's led to Light Arrows and Jabu, and then from Jabu, Ice Cavern had Din's, and then Din's led to Mirror Shield on the Wasteland. Yeah, so Oxyga's rather behind right now. Bonooru's gonna finish up Spirit here, get Lax. Second medallion after that. And head straight to Shadow. I don't know. Again, Longshot is probably most likely in Shadow at this point, but...
Yeah, there's so many checks there. Like, it's just statistically most likely there.
At this point, it's the densest check place left. Spirit's already almost done. The GTG's and almost cleared out with nothing to show for it. The only thing left is the center chest, and I think chat has figured out that the toilet is a key, I guess.
Yeah.
Because there were two keys on the right side of the maze, right? Which would have to mean the last key's in the toilet. So either way, you need solid time to reach the center. I think it's the very next chest here that has Rudo's letter in it.
Yeah, it was somewhere around here. So we'll see if Oxyga decides to stay or leave.
Yeah, Shadow does have a weird affinity for Longshot, doesn't it? There's just like certain chests that Longshot tends to show up in. It's weird. For a while, the Silver Gauntlet chest in Spirit Temple was one of those. Yep, there it is. Rudo's letter. He's not leaving.
Yeah. I like this. Might just be like I have to hope there's something else here. Like,
it's another divergent play that I like seeing from both these runners, Oxyga especially. Just if you're staying here, you gamble that your opponent left. Oh, shut up, Dotso. It's... For the record, in that poll, I did actually vote to include the hands as part of Spirit Temple, but not for keys. So I just feel like it makes more sense. Anyway, so you're gambling that your opponent left Fire Temple. And... I mean, pretty much the only thing he has to think right now. He has to think that Bonooru left, and he hopes Longshot is still here. Or something else is still here.
It might also be kind of the idea that he has his Furrow's Wind set up already. He doesn't want to use it again. So
I mean, that too.
He might leave after doing this chest, like these chests right here.
Doing Scarecrow first. And this is another chest that tends to have Longshot too. This is Pierre up here. Yeah, Bonooru hasn't checked it. Either of the skulls yet. 10 has double defense, and I didn't catch what 20 was. And Oxyga, what happened on the elevator there? It went back down for a second.
I'm not sure. Also, that thing, that block, the way it's set up, it makes it look like you're like hookshotting onto the side and have to like climb up. But if you do that, you just like run off.
Twinrova had nothing, so Mirror Shield got nothing out of Spirit Temple. Doesn't unlock anything unless Lax has something.
Yeah, but he still has Shadow Temple to do, so...
Yeah. You're not going to check Lax until you're done with Shadow at this point. Unless you really want to. But, not likely. Yeah, like, even in this case, like, you go Shadow, you beat it, you get Lax and the Prelude check out of the way at the same time. Which, like, what can it be at this point? Serenade or
Oh, doesn't have enough
song?
magic. Whoop.
Ooh, that feels bad. That's the spin attack he did there in Ice Cavern coming back to bite him. That little bit of magic. Yeah, you could just play a song for that hint stone right there and refill magic.
Yeah, you can find some magic down here too, usually.
Oh yeah. But you have to work back this way. Admittedly, I would have forgotten Song of Storms too, probably.
Yeah, I remember that happening in, like, I think the previous seed I commentated.
Did he drink his green potion already? I don't think I saw it in his bottles when he went through Ice Cavern. I was just still going through fire, not finding anything yet. Longshot is still unaccounted for, so if he finds it here and then Bonooru decides not to come back later.
Yeah, it could give him a bunch of time to catch up.
Bonooru also broke his Pharaoh's Wind in Deep Fire too. He put it in Ice Cavern instead. Like, I could almost see Bonooru finishing Ice, going to Forest instead of Fire.
Yeah.
When he comes back for Fire.
Because he hasn't been into Forest at all yet either, I think.
Nope.
Okay, so Oxyga does look like he is going to continue. He's not just going to say, I got the shortcut, I'm leaving.
Yep. 3 checks left here in Fire. 1 key unaccounted for, I believe. So 2 items left. He's
Yeah. Yeah, because there's the key door here, there's one in the next room, and then there's the extra key. And he has 2 keys, so...
So you check compass chests, hover over to the highest Goron chest since you don't have Song of Time, and hope that neither of those is a key.
Well, you probably, go... You might just go up to the...
Well, it's the case of you're hoping that the hammer chest is the key,
Yeah.
that you don't have to go get it.
Actually, you're just gonna hover first.
Or not.
Well, he tried, he just didn't have enough speed.
Oh, he locked onto the grate and shot it. Oh, Oxygen. Come on, man. You can make that. See, this is the instance of starting your roll with the hover boots, so it's a little bit slower that way. That's probably why he didn't get the distance either of those 2 times.
Yeah, it takes a little bit more time to speed up.
Meanwhile, Bonooru is making his way through Shadow Temple. First 2 checks, nothing so far. See what else pops up here.
So what is on El Gorano? Just a heart container.
Swapped places with that key on the boss. Where Lens was target in the woods, I believe. Oxyga actually using the key to come back out the normal way.
Yeah, because you have to get to the compass room. And
Yeah, see, this is why if you're gonna go for these 2 chests before the hammer chest, you have to do compass first. Because, like, if you go from highest Goron, you're just on the back side of the maze already.
yeah.
Compass
So we're still waiting
chest.
for that long shot.
Ugh, this is
Hammer chest.
Alright.
Has-
Alright. Yeah, that's the last small key in Fire Temple, so the hammer chest has something.
I love that you can just back walk through that fire.
Din's
So
was the map chest in Ice Cavern.
I don't think it works there, Oxygen.
Not having the best time with that.
You have to, like, run into the fire in front of you instead, I think.
He's just not having an easy time backflipping back up on top of the ledge after the first. Yeah,
There he goes.
Yeah, chat wanting to bet on where the long shot is. Alright, yeah, know where he's got you. She'll set that up real quick. Chess game, hammer chest, shadow spike room. Bunch of things going out here. Yeah, Rob, you're a little bit too slow to guess chess game.
I'm gonna bet the shadow pot.
Could be lax. They have access to that medallion. Man, I forget what. I think it was one of last month's async races where, what was it? It was there. What was it? Okay, so you had to enter Shadow Temple without the hook shot, and then like one of the last 1 or 2 checks in there before the invisible spike room, the boomerang was either on that chest or the big pot. Jabu had the first hook shot, and then you had to come back to Shadow.
Oof.
And the wind hint room had the long shot. So like the very first chest after you need hook shot in Shadow had the other hook shot. It was the ultimate troll.
It's the paperweight in Deep Fire. Oh,
oh, there you go.
At least it was a meme and not like a blue peep.
Yep. No paperweight. Oxyga going back Childs. He has letters, so he has clear direction. Just do Jabu. After that, though, he's full cleared fire, so that's no longer an option for him. It's either ice or forest for him. We don't know what's in forest, but we do know ice has Din's fire. Heck, ice could still have the long shot.
Yeah.
That was only one item checked in there.
Be a bit of a feel bad for Bonooru.
I mean, it's not the worst. I actually expect him to go ice first before anything else. Because that's where he has Pharaoh's Wind. Like, you finish Shadow Temple, you check Lax maybe. Hey, double magic.
That is in Shadows so often, oh my god.
Way too often.
Just there to taunt you. Like, haha, you probably spent a while looking for magic, haha.
Oh, really? It was on Richard this
game.
game.
Yeah, this game it was easy, but a lot of games it's not.
Bomb 2 strats in this room, which I've come to love.
My bet's wrong.
Yeah, no, not here.
So we're just waiting for Longshot Faith. We did find irons. So Oxy only has a chance if he finds irons somewhere that Bonooru doesn't. Wait, not irons. Longshot. Bonooru doesn't find. But at this point, I feel like Bonooru could find Longshot wherever it is before Oxyga finishes.
Yeah. Running out of checks in Shadow Temple though. Halfway through, and we still haven't seen Longshot. Still missing one small key. I think he has the boss key already too. So
he does have the boss key.
So yeah, only one chest remaining doesn't have an item in it. Vanilla long. Yeah, no, that's not gonna happen. I'd like it to happen one day.
Just be like, haha, the hint was a trap.
Vanilla Longshot is one of the few vanilla items I still haven't seen. Boomerang and light arrows being the others. I saw Vanilla Mirror Shield once. I think I just had a seed where Vanilla Silver Gauntlets were in play. Like, even the third strength upgrade was also behind Silver, so you had to get the second one. Where's the long shot? Reading the sign because you want to. Or because you mashed A too much. Man, this progression lead though, that's 2 whole medallions right now that Oxyga has that Oxyga is missing that Bonooru has. And Bonooru is about to get his 3rd on him. Granted, Oxyga does still have most of Spirit done, so that's going to be a quick Shadow Medallion. But that's a whole Shadow Temple that Bonooru is up now.
Yeah.
like in the time it'll take Oxxyga to catch up, Bonooru is probably going to find the long shot based on what's left. Unless, again, Oxxyga just guesses right where it is.
Yeah, I mean, Bonooru would have to, like, go do all of fire, like, go do... I don't know, he'd have to do, like, a lot of bad things. Like, he'd have to...
You have to finish ice.
Yeah. Sorry about that. It double-clicks my mute for a second.
You have to finish ice, then go back to fire, then go back to forest, and then go back child to only find long shot on chess game. Like, and Oxxyga would probably have to guess chess game immediately just to catch up.
So we still got 3 chests here for Bonooru to find the long shot, maybe.
Yep. No, well, yeah, the 3 chests plus Bongo. He has a small key already for the boss, but
So let's find out. Could you have done fire arrow entry? You knew if you got fire arrows somewhere.
I don't even know where they are. They could actually be right here. Nope, Bloopy.
You would have missed out a Bloopy and...
Fire arrows.
Gold Gauntlet.
Ooh, there we go.
Don't even know yet. Ooh.
Could be on Ganon Castle Ferry. I don't know if we got any bets for that one, did we? Yeah, Bonooru, don't do what Glitchy did.
Oh, did Glitchy crash on Bongo?
Glitchy crashed. He soft locked himself on Bongo. Like, just...
Oh.
Oh, no. No items back here, just gold gauntlets.
So just Bongo. And
no long shot.
And the castle, Ganon's Castle Ferry now.
So ice, forest, chest game, and GC Ferry.
Nice void out strats from Bonooru there.
Yeah, wouldn't be the first time that Longshot has been on that ferry either. I'm wondering if anyone bets on Ganon Castle Ferry. Because the gold showing up here right at the end of Shadow Temple.
Well, my bet was the Shadow Pot, so I've been wrong for a while.
Yeah, I remember the first hook shot on that ferry. Oh, jeez. That was... Oh, wait, I don't think I played that seed. I think I just watched that one. Was that an EU Weekly? If it was an EU Weekly, I definitely did not play that seed.
I don't remember.
That was like at least a month ago, I think.
I think the Bongo quick kill is banned because of, like, it's like actor manipulation or something.
Yeah.
I don't remember, but it's like some specific thing.
And it's also a very potential soft lock. Which is soft locking isn't against the rules, but it doesn't help you.
Yeah, it's not suggested.
For obvious reasons.
So what is the Bongo item?
Is it long shot? Is it fire arrows? It's a vanilla heart container. Nice.
Yeah.
Just walks right past that.
I wonder if there's a category, the fastest soft lock. I think there's a category like kill Link as fast as possible, right? You have to like get bomb tubes and blow yourself up is like the fastest way.
I mean, you can just walk right up to a Deku Baba and have it kill you. It's called playing on BC. Oh, glitchy. Alright, Bonooru finally turning in skulls. He will get a bundle of arrows.
Yeah. And Chad's right, it's the die at home strat. You have to bomb shoot yourself in the house.
Bonooru. You never turned in 10 skulls. It's not like it'll hurt him. It's only double defense. I wonder how long he goes until he realizes
Check the castle ferry! Darn it, Bonooru.
Yeah, what's he doing? I guess he wants to get chess game out of the way first, or the song, you know.
Serenade, a convenient
I
song.
mean, Serenade's, yeah, it's a good find here. Gonna be glad that's not on Burning Cack.
Burning Cac's so awkward to get to. Like, at that point, you never want to just walk into Kakariko.
I mean, my point is Water Temple within Lock Burning Cack. So
Oh,
like,
yeah, that's
it's a
true,
fast way to Water Temple for later. Or for right now, if Longshot's on the ferry.
So, is Strength 3 required?
Yeah, Burning Cack is Sun Song. It's the only one left we don't know about. I mean, we know about it now, but still. Immediately checking the Ganon Castle ferry.
Lift! Link Strunk! Just a piece of
It's
heart.
a heart. Oh, man.
So you could have fire arrow entry'd if you found fire arrows.
Yeah. Wow. Man, where is it now? Alright, yeah, he's just gonna Pharaoh's went back to Ice Cavern.
Yeah.
And he did have a green potion. Oh my goodness. Ah, jeez, man. Now we just now look for that. Alright, back in Ice Cavern. We are gonna get Song of Time, probably. I imagine even if he does find Longshot here, he finishes out and gets the song too.
Yeah, just safe.
Just to, like, guarantee you're able to find the boss key in Water Temple.
In the Oxyga, I don't know if he actually did something fancy in the Octorok room or not, but he was just waiting around, so it didn't matter.
So, no heart piece there.
Taking damage is a glitch, yes. That's why the only acceptable, accessible category is one-hit KO. That way you can't glitch.
And the recovery heart.
That's why you also have to play roguelike rules. If you die, you just you have to delete your save and start again.
Nuzlocke Zelda? Please no. Man. This is tight here. Like, oh wait, no, Bonooru is way ahead progression-wise, but like... I don't know, could he... I think it just looks like... Ooh. He almost got that.
Yeah, he went for the glitches strat, then it didn't make it, and he got frozen. That was...
Like, just with the time to complete what's left, I think Oxyga is still a little bit too far behind at this point. Because Bonooru... He has Chess Game and he has Forest Temple left after this. He could complete Forest Temple in the time that it'll take Oxyga to do Shadow. And even then, Oxyga still has to go to Ice, get Dins, go to Wasteland, get his Mirror Shield, and beat Spirit Temple too, so like...
Man, Bonooru was getting hit by all these ice keys.
I think no matter where Longshot is by this point, Bonooru probably still wins.
Ground jumping isn't a glitch, it's just a mechanic. Right?
Totally. Mm-hmm.
Navi gives you like a tutorial halfway through, right? Like, hey, by the way, you could do this.
Frogstu is dead, River is barren.
Frogstu has been dead for a long time, yes.
Very long time. Could be on King Zora, yeah. Just a bloopy on the vanilla Iron Boots chest. Song of Time, where we knew it would be.
Shoot the sun has not been checked, but you need longshot for that, so it doesn't matter.
It's one of the few checks in the game that longshot hard locks. There's no way to get to that platform without the water being raised, which you need longshot to do.
No, you can do it with the water down. You just need longshot. You can summon a scarecrow, but you need longshot anyway. Scarecrow.
Point stays the same though. You need longshot. Logically. I mean, you could recoil hover over to Morpha and raise the water after beating it, but that's not in the rule set.
That is definitely a glitch.
Oxyga finishing off DC, you'll get Jack for it.
So what's on King Zora?
Piece of heart piece. Lovely. Yeah, once he figures out how to play Bolero, he'll probably go Forest.
Yeah, that was quite a challenge there.
Alright, so what remains is Forest Temple, Toilet, plus the center of GTG and chess minigame. But yeah, he has access to the center of GTG now that he has Song of Time. We know Toilet's a key, so you don't even need to like grab that. Going towards Forest.
Yeah, they should make you play the song entirely, not just like the notes that she tells you, but like the entire song. You gotta do those like sharps and flats you can do with the analog stick.
Yeah, it's probably possible. I like that they included that in this game, by the way. They didn't just keep it to 5 notes. They're like, oh yeah, you can play whatever you want, as long as it's in the note range.
Mido skip is allowed, yes?
I think it's like between the Z and the R buttons plus the analog stick that you can get like 3 half steps above the up C note. And then 3 half steps down from A. So that's like, it's a little more than a full octave. Not a whole lot to work with.
I think we have checked all the random grottos though.
I remember seeing once years ago where someone was playing like a bunch of Skyward Sword songs just on the ocarina. Like the 3 that you learn for the later dungeons in the game, and then I saw, I think the same video had Fi's theme in it. So like, people get creative with the music on just the ocarina alone. It's really nice.
I remember seeing things like a long time ago where it's like lots of different music, like how to play it in the ocarina.
We've already seen the first 5 checks here in Forest, by the way, so only once Bonooru starts to move towards the block room will we start seeing new stuff. One of these is going to be a slingshot, I just don't remember which one. Ballad of the Goddess is technically vanilla in this game. Oh my goodness. I mean, yeah, Ballad of the Goddess is just like reversed Zelda's Lullaby, right? So, technically in the game. Kind of. Sunsong Grave is also still open. Well, I say open, loosely.
I can't have the long shot because you need water to get the Sunsong Grave, which requires the long shot, so...
I wonder if fire arrows will be there. I'm so curious where those are at this point. Obviously nowhere convenient since we haven't found them yet, still. Where are you going, Oxyga? Is he gonna shortcut over to Forest? Or Ice Cavern was also, yeah, one of those probably.
Yeah,
if he was going to Fire Temple, he just played Bolero. Yeah, he's going back to Lost Woods. And he goes towards Ice Cavern. Let's good for him. Again, Ice Cavern just had Song of Time, and Din's was on the map chest there. So, Oxyga, what are you doing?
He's falling. That's what he's doing.
Was he trying to do a hoverboard setup of some kind?
Might have been. Oof.
That's not it.
I think it was the angle was bad. Like, need to be like pushing towards the thing a little bit.
I like the one that Bonooru did earlier, where you just come out of the pool from Lost Woods and then you just like hover into the waterfall straight. There's the slingshot on the map chest of Forest. And I forget what was on this chest here, but obviously not longshot or Oxxyga would have it. Just the third small key. Man, where's longshot at? There's very little, if anything, now that Oxyga has done that Bonooru hasn't. It's... I mean, it doesn't have to be in Forest, but it's most likely to be in Forest based on what's left.
Yeah, I mean, there's Forest, there's GTG, there's chest, lensman. Yeah, chest game.
That's just a bloopy. All right.
Are there any other checks out there even? We've done everything in Shadow, in Fire, in Jabu, in Spirit.
The toilet is a key, but even with Song of Time, like, yeah, okay, logically you need the toilet key to reach the GTG center, but practically, no. Nope.
We did check gold gauntlets. See, I think that's all it is.
I don't know.
So yeah, probably in here in Forest Temple.
This has felt like it should be longer than 3 hours by this point. Like, we're getting near close to 100% in the game, and it's still sub 3 right now. Like, all that's left here is Forest. Bonooru himself has done pretty much everything else.
It's kind of impressive when you think about it, like, nearly 100% of the seed. I mean, Bonooru didn't do the rest of Fire. He still has to do Water. But, like, he has done everything else, pretty much.
It makes you kind of think back to the beginning of the seed, where they started out with a really early hookshot and hammer. And, like, just that alone lets you be so efficient with the rest of the checks in the game. Like, it's a really good springboard to bounce off of for getting everything. And now here we are, sub 3. The game is almost pretty much done, minus Water Temple and Ganon's Castle.
Yeah, so I'd probably be expecting a sub 330 finish.
Yep. I mean, if it's not here in Forest, it'll be tight, but no, it's gonna happen. Already have light arrows, already have,
Oxyga has found his Din's Fire.
Does he want to leave?
He does.
Not even placing Furrow's Wind before he leaves. He has to be banking on not needing Song of Time then. Or anything else in there. Which we know there's nothing else in there besides Song of Time, but still.
Yeah, but if he has to go back, it'll be a feel bad.
He has all of Shadow. And at this point, Bonooru has so little left when he finishes Forest that... I mean...
So, let's see. If Oxyga does Spirit Temple, I mean, the Shadow Temple.
Oh, yeah, he still has Spirit to finish.
Yeah. So if he does Shadow and Spirit, and then, like, it's on chess minigame, and Bonooru does literally everything else first, and Oxyga crushes it, I think Bonooru still wins.
Yeah, like, even at this point, everything else is literally just GTG. That's about it. And that's assuming that longshot would be on chest game.
Yeah, where is this longshot gonna be though? It's been hiding for a long time.
A bunch of different bets on where it could be, and I'm sure a lot of them are dead already. It wasn't in shadow. It wasn't. It's not in forest so far.
Yeah, we've still got a few checks in forest though, like this one, the Poe right after, falling ceiling, basement, Phantom Ganon. That's 5, I think.
Probably. Yeah, sounds about right. Nasha making his way through Shadow Temple. We'll know he found nothing besides gold gauntlets, which, again, are effectively nothing in this seed. There's the boss key on the bow chest. Next room is going to be a small key, so...
Yeah, that is the last small key though in this dungeon.
Yeah, no more keys after this. No more keys, really, anyway. This will be his last adult dungeon. Besides Water Temple, but you know it's barren, so...
But there are keys in Water Temple.
True.
There are many keys.
The one that matters is the boss key. A little too many keys in Water Temple.
Yeah, potentially 3 keys in water that matter. It's either 1 or 3.
I mean, you really don't even need the 1.
1's the boss key.
Oh, I thought you meant small key. Never mind.
Yeah, I meant keys in general.
Yeah. Oxy not wanting to use the lens on the true spinner, opting to just do it blind.
It's because you're blind to the truth.
That can tend to happen when you don't use the lens of truth. Also, he has Master Sword equipped again for some reason. Why did he switch back to that?
Maybe because he was in fire and did the fire dancer?
Why did he switch back? There we go.
Yeah, he probably realized it there. Like, wait a second. Bonooru gonna get the very nice falling ceiling room.
Din's is noticeably slower for melting that eye switch. Just because you have to sit through the whole cutscene of Din's, whereas you can just shoot the torch.
Yeah, Bonooru gets the nice falling ceiling room. And the long shot!
Oh, there it is.
And out he goes!
The forest. Oh, no. Yeah, that's game. That's very much game right there. Still don't know where the boss key is for Water Temple, but that's pretty much all we need to know. Again, Oxyga with half of Shadow, or most of Shadow left, not even half, like way over half. Gotta finish Spirit Temple, gotta do Forest up to the point of that long shot, and then use the long shot to beat water. It's a little too much to overcome there.
So yeah, what did Bonooru not do? He skipped the last, like he skipped the basement of. He skipped the last half, the latter half of fire.
Yeah, deep fire, the last 2 checks in forest, chest game, and then the center of GTG. That's pretty much it. Again, we're still not even at 3 hours.
Let's see. There's like 2 checks in forest, like 2 in GTG technically. How many did he skip in fire?
I don't.
3. I think he skipped 5 in fire.
I admit I don't count chest all that much.
Yeah. And then I think like, then he skipped 10 gold Skulltulas. So I think
usually,
he skipped.
Usually when it comes to
11, like, I think he has 11 checks that he didn't do.
That's not much. That is way. That's not much. There's like what 225 checks in the game, something like that.
Yeah.
Jeez, man.
So I think that's 11 that he didn't do that were available.
And a bunch of those are keys too, so it's not just the 11. Man. Yeah, again, I'm not used to really counting chests like that, because, like, I'm thinking, okay, how many keys do I have left? And that's about it. Haven't found my boss key yet. Okay, cool.
So, Bonooru got ahead by execution and routing, I think. Oxyga did, like, some questionable routing decisions. Oh, and there's the boss key.
There it is.
But a lot of it was execution, too. Like, Bonooru just did a lot of things faster.
Yep.
Trying to think what execution messed up Oxyga, though. Oxyga went into forest earlier and then dipped out.
Yeah, he didn't have strength at the time, so he couldn't get that far to get the long shot.
Oxyga did the slow spirit strats.
Yep. Yeah, he opted for...
He also just didn't get a bonus song for a very long time. And
yeah, that was weird. Ooh, Bonooru missed that jump there. Like, you go that long without getting all 3 child song checks. I mean, some seeds it pays off, but like this one, it really didn't. Although, I mean, Song of Storms is on stereo, which he didn't get for a while. That was his bomb bag. That was both of his strength upgrades so far. The Pona song didn't really do anything. Like, it's not even going to be fast access to, like, Hylia once he finds his long shot. He'll have, ooh.
Oxyga, you have a lens!
He'll have Serenade once he finishes Shadow, so, like, you don't even need a Pona song for that. I don't know.
There you go. Lens up.
The biggest thing, though, I think, probably was those songs, though. Because, like, once you finish Bottom of the Well, you come out with those 2 strings. That's when you start to get some progression done. And Bonooru just did that a lot earlier. He didn't really find anything for it, which is why it took a while for us to realize how big Bonooru's lead actually was.
And I think the, like, not having, I think it was Saria's song for a while. You heard him? I remember him having I remember him missing a song at some point that was annoying.
It was Song of Storms, because that was the well and bomb bag and everything.
Might have been it.
But yeah, Rudo's letter was like the big turning point of the seed, like Chad's pointing out. We're still missing a lot of progression after that. It wasn't all that linear after finding the letter, but like it helps Bonooru get pointed in the right direction after beating Jabu, because like Din's was in Ice Cavern, Mirror Shields on Wasteland.
I feel like Oxyga was already behind at that point, though.
Yeah.
Key on Morpha, by the way.
Like, just the call to come back to Deep Fire took them both a very long time. Like, they beat the boss and left. Which, I mean, to be fair, early boss key, you tend not to come back for Deep Fire that soon, but it paid off here. You watch a seed like this, you kind of wonder how you would have played. Like, it's a medallion fire, you missing progression for a while. Do you go for Deep Fire earlier than either of these runners? I don't know. Like, what kind of decision would have made you do that sooner?
I think part of the problem was, like, they both did their fire before the well, I think.
Yeah.
So they didn't have strength, so, like, they knew the rest wasn't in logic.
I mean, but you don't always care about the logic, though. It's really earlier in the game when you're trying to track down...
for something like Deep Fire, I feel like knowing it's out of logic means that, like, I put a little less weight on it, and, like, I have other things to do. Whereas if it's in logic, maybe go, like, well, it is in logic, and I'm here, like, might as well.
But knowing there are 3 strings out there somewhere, it only takes 1 to put the whole dungeon in logic. Maybe. But again, it's like, when you're missing a lot of items, that's when going out of logic usually makes the most sense.
Yeah, I guess the way I think of it is, like, I know there's something else out there that has things, and I'm looking for a bunch of things, and it's not like if it was the most dense, obvious places be, then I think you do it anyway. But
Yeah, they also didn't have the tunic, like Rob's pointing out. And when you have places like the wells to still go to, yeah, they're definitely more attractive.
yeah, like logic's useful as a tiebreaker sometimes.
Just deep fire just does feel bad though, especially if you put it off for a while and then it ends up having what you need.
Yeah.
Like it's a meme for a reason. Like if you can beat the dungeon, get your medallion, which is what you really want, but then decide to come back or not come back, it's always a huge gamble.
Yeah, and it's not like it wastes that much time to come back at that point, because like anything you did that wasn't successful is kind of wasted, but it's not like you're redoing parts of the dungeon.
And part of what makes that decision making easier or harder is if you have the warp song or not. They had Bolero really early, didn't they? Like, where was Bolero?
I don't remember if Bonooru had Bolero at the time. Bolero was, what was it? It was a Saria location, I think, maybe?
That was song with Storms.
Yeah, no, that was Composer Grave.
Alright.
Yeah, I don't think Bonooru had that at the time. I could be wrong.
Probably not, no.
Anyway, it is Ganondorf time.
Yep, here we are, final boss, first round. Light arrows from Jabu Jabu's belly.
I have the up arrow. You can't win.
Yeah.
It's like, I got a different up arrow. It's a better one.
Bonooru with the double magic. No double defense, but probably not dying to Ganondorf.
Interesting Ganon killing items. I don't see this one very often. The bombs.
Bombs? Yeah. Ooh, and he misses the quick spin. Yeah, usually if you're not equipping the bottle, you're confident in your ability to quick spin, and he didn't get it there. Second try, though. Still get the actual one cycle. I have the high ground. Well, it's easy to have the high ground when you don't need the ground.
Yeah, when you can fly. Also, you're bigger than the other person. So.
That too. Just taller. Oxyga finds those gold gauntlets. Probably a little bit disappointed in the Shadow Temple.
Yeah. Bonooru jump slashing into the cutscene.
Always nice to do.
I think he had to move just a little bit after it, so I don't think it was perfect, but I could be wrong.
The trigger mark for that cutscene isn't the most obvious, but you can eventually learn it. Just jump slashing.
Luckily, it doesn't matter if you jump slash into it. It's just slightly faster. But like, you still get the stored jump slash, so
that's what matters. What feels bad is if you get too close and you don't jump slash and you don't get the damage store.
Yeah, then you gotta do a longer phase one. Anyway, roll stab.
Ooh.
Roll stab. Stab, 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 stab. Roll stab. Pretty quick.
Phase one done. Let me grab that master sword.
Both runners on a boss at the moment. One on slightly a further ahead boss.
Just a quick reminder as we're finishing out, follow both these runners. They're, my understanding, they both play Ocarina on their own channels. Either way, nice to follow. Shout out to the trackers, the real MVPs.
Yeah, trackers are great. Tracking can be tricky.
Weesh Master and As the Day Fades. Good volunteers, both of them. But we're finishing out Ganon. Gonna be just over 309. Good game, good game. Oxyga finishing off Bongo at the same time. I don't have IRC open, so I don't know if there is a forfeit yet or not.
Bonooru finishes with an official SRL time of 309.15.
Very nice. Congratulations, GDWP. Bonooru will move on to face the winner of What the Hell's Happened versus Diamond Flash. Oxyga moving down to face the winner of Koa versus Rosca Tyrant, which is going on right now, actually, on CSR2. Alright, can we get is Bonooru or Oxyga want to come in for an interview?
Hopefully our wonderful restreamer Norinato has that under control.
Hopefully. There you are. Congratulations, Bonooru. Nice job.
Hey, thanks.
Yeah, congrats.
Thanks.
Quite a seed, though. Everything really scattered around.
Yeah, that was a pretty tough seed.
And hello, Oxyga.
Hello. GG Bonooru.
GG.
GG.
That's it, man. That was something.
Yeah, I think the real the decisive turning point of the seed was when you each decided to go back for deep fire to find that letter. And Bonooru did that quite a bit ahead of you, Oxyga.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think Bonooru was already ahead, but that kind of sealed it a bit.
Yeah.
So yeah, what did you two think of this seed in general? Anyway.
I don't really know. It was long.
I mean, Stone Forest is always... I hate Stone Forest so much.
Yeah.
Every time Forest is a stone, it's a... I don't know. I feel like it's a tough seed every time. But yeah, when I did GTG and nothing was there, I was like... I just didn't know where to go, really. So Fire was the better place to go, in my opinion. So
yeah, you always kind of have to wonder, like, what guides your decision making to go to somewhere like Stone Forest or Deep Fire in this case.
Yeah. At the end, when I was looking for longshot, I planned on going to Fire again, but I realized I didn't do the shortcut. So I was like, might as well try Forest at this point. Because I didn't want to go all the way back in Fire Temple. So
I did Deep Fire, and it was a Stone of Agony at the very last chest.
Yeah. The memes live on.
Yeah.
But yeah, this stone. When you found out the stone and medallion layout, how bad did you feel about that?
I feel like that was like the worst scenario. Like those 3 stones, like those 3 dungeons. I feel like that's the worst.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. You never know.
DQ and DC are really fast to do.
You don't really know if you want to do them or not.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird.
And Forest has a stone is really bad.
Oh, hey, Bonooru, by the way, did you ever check 10 Skull? Double defense was on
It was
them.
double defense.
You walked right past it.
What? Oh my god. I thought I checked that way earlier, but I guess not.
The chat just pointing that one out. But yeah, we noticed when you went in there and you left with only checking 20.
Nice.
So
You ended up almost full clearing this seed. Like, you didn't have the rest of Fire to do. Like, you managed to see like last few things in Forest, chest game. Like, there was also the one chest in Spirit Temple you didn't do.
Yeah, I gambled that one because it's really long to do. But yeah, I also had Coco's and Skull Mask left, so I was pretty scared of that when I was.
Oxyga did both of those.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Skull Mask was vanilla. It was a texture upgrade.
Nice.
yeah, by the end of this game, we saw all but like 4 checks, I think, and that being the last 2 in Forest Temple, and then the center of GTG and something else.
Chest game.
Chess game, yeah. I'm surprised either of you did chess game, by the way. Like, you both had the Lens of Truth and passed your market a few times.
Yeah, just because we didn't have Sunsong, so...
Yeah, but it was really hard to do
hard.
it. Without that song is really hard.
Understandable.
Yeah, I was shaking, like, the whole Forest Temple. I was like, okay, if it's not there, it's over. And,
Yeah. So, Bonooru, did you feel like you were ahead or behind, or like was there a
No.
time when it switched?
I think I don't know. I was feeling pretty behind like the whole thing, pretty much. I don't know. It just didn't feel good this seed.
Yeah, it's kind of what I was thinking, because both of you went a very long time between progression for most of the seed. So it's easy to feel behind when you go through really dense areas like GTG and you just find nothing. Oh,
Yeah,
hey, did my
exactly.
opponent do this or not? It's pretty. Also, yeah.
Yeah, it's so stressful.
Yeah. What about you, Oxyga? Did you just feel behind all seed?
Yes, because I wanted to gamble like everything, try everything that could make me gain some time, but I feel like every time I tried something, it wasn't really useful, and I was more and more behind after every time I tried something. So yeah.
Oh yeah, I forget who it was, but one of you missed time of day. Was it you, Oxyga, that missed time of day at the start?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was me. After the fishing, it was almost night, so I decided to go to the country.
Oh yeah, what was the second Baron? I don't know if Oxxyga.
River and Water Temple, both.
Oh yeah, I actually had both.
There you go.
Yeah, we did
Okay,
find
that's
every
right.
hint this seed for both
Yeah.
of you.
Well, I
Took
don't
a
have any
long
more
time.
questions, and I think we should probably hand it off to ZSR2, who also has a bracket race going on right now.
Yeah, I think the winner of that faces you, Oxyga, if I heard
Yes.
that right earlier. So you'll have to find out who your opponent is.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it.
Take notes. Enjoy.
Yeah.
Anyway, congratulations on your victory, Bonooru, and good luck on your next max up, both of you.
Thanks.
GGWP.
Thanks for the stream.
Thanks for playing.
See ya.
See ya.
Oh, and this has been a presentation of the Panda Restream team, so have a good night, everyone.
All right.